Talk over Adam all I want.
Derp.
All right, so I started the stream.
All right.
Damn it, why'd you do that?
Why?
I don't know. No one cares.
It's fine. Whatever. We'll see.
All right, so everyone vaguely remembers where we were when we last left off and all that.
Yeah, we had made a deal with the devil.
Yes.
Devil's a harsh word.
Made
And
the deal
inaccurate.
with Necro.
Yeah, with a necromancer. It's a little bit better.
It's more accurate.
Sure, it is. Absolutely is.
I suppose being chaotic neutral, I'd have to agree with you on that.
We don't do alignments, just be
Oh no, I'm
be
chaotic,
whatever.
I'm chaotic good. That is the be whatever, isn't it?
Kind of.
I don't even know anymore.
All right, so I'm pretty much
Somebody's
ready to go.
clanking on their keyboard over there. What the fuck?
That's Tom.
Sorry, I was doing my John impression.
That's
So that entire time was literally just, please pay attention to me.
No, actually,
Wow.
I'm chatting with my wife across the wall.
Phone. Use your phone.
No.
That's
Hold
what I
on, let
use
me turn
to
up the
talk to
key
Natalie
clicks
in the
really
other room.
loud.
Wonderful. Well, it is ASMR time, right?
Sure is. All right, so I'll do the intro, blah blah blah, and then we'll just jump right in. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
do recap.
Oh yeah. Well, intro then recap.
Yeah, intro then recap. I'm gonna try something and see if it works. Like I said, my voice acting skills are pretty shit. So, but we'll see how it works.
Well, they can't be any. They can't be any worse than Tom's roles last game.
That's very true.
Wow.
And
Very
in
true.
about half of this, I'm gonna be a really great voice actor. So if you need any help, just let me know.
Great.
Yep.
Are you as good as voice acting as you are rolling a d20?
I cannot confirm nor deny that comment.
Senator, I do not recall.
I do not recall that.
All right, so do you want me to like count or whatever, so you have like the dead space to work with?
No, I'm
If we
going to start
eventually
it
rip these.
as soon as my insult. My insult would be the first thing.
Fair.
You don't need to count off. I'll figure out
Okay.
where to start.
All right.
Just start with the intro and the recap of last episode.
All right, here we go. TFG Radio proudly presents a squad of manly rogues, your ASMR podcast, actual play D&D show, podcast, whatever the fuck we're doing while we're bored in quarantine and don't get to hang out anymore.
As well as loud car noises.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm banished outside. This is Danny, your friendly DM. I wouldn't say incompetent, but certainly not much above competent. Yeah, I'm banished outside for being too loud last time and waking up the kids. So
Nice.
I've got I live near a busy street and also by an airport. So should be good times. It'll really add to the atmosphere of this high fantasy world in which we live.
Awesome.
All right, so we'll do the recap of. I was gonna say I could go like Clone Wars of like last time on ASMR.
On Clone Wars.
Three rogues went on a mission to rescue something valuable. They don't really fucking know what it was. Anyway, so we have our.
That's because Skeleton Bone guy wouldn't tell me.
That's true.
I asked.
So, the world recap. Listen to the first episode, but where our players left off is these three players. Venrox, cue guitar noise. Goblin pops up with a guitar.
Is my familiar?
Yep, you're familiar. The Lord of Edges himself, Scourge
Those
or Dirge. I don't know, something.
Dirge.
Some urge sound. Urge.
We should not call him Dirge the whole time.
I prefer Scourge now, actually, because that sounds cool.
Nope. Well, that's exactly why you don't get it.
Oh, I guess you'll have to call me Dirge then.
Yeah.
Whenever
And
we
then, of
want
course,
goals.
our swashbuckling rogue, Gisseric, who the master of stealth,
Yeah. Whose back
who
hurts
managed.
really bad from carrying the team last time.
Oh my god!
Just saying.
Here we go.
You need a little bit of wax for that cross.
It wouldn't hurt. It probably would go far, actually.
You did like 2 things.
I assassinated people.
More than you.
This.
I did.
Wow.
I did one major thing in combat, then nothing else, and then a whole bunch of role playing shit. So,
Yeah. And
I'm the reason
and Venrock saved your life like twice.
it's true.
Minimum.
So our 3 heroes, if they are that, are supposed to say, our 3 protagonists,
Yes.
better word,
Yeah.
That's more accurate.
Accuracy.
infiltrated a abandoned military campsite and mine, slaughtered the guard, save for one, a serpent lady, also known as let me check my notes because I can remember everything I named things because that's going to happen. In Elise, who fled rather than get cut down.
Coward.
They find the hidden entrance into the mine and come across a rare sight indeed, a just flat out skeleton hanging out, guarding a tiny Aziza that's like a small green kind of like halfling, who was asleep in essentially an underground garden, which shouldn't be possible. And through some a fucking natural 20 to like charisma, freaking Dirge manages to convince the necromancer to be cool, and so you have actually struck a deal with Mandy the necromancer for an escort back to the city of Lucerne, so you can deliver the goods, which happens to be Beth the Aziza, and also about a bag full of fresh living plants, which honestly probably are worth more than almost anything you guys have seen since the war ended. So you are on the road now. You've been traveling for about a day, and you guys are just kind of bullshitting. Mandy he's a real chatty skeleton. You freed him from the spell snare that basically enslaved him to the Alpheus that you scared off, and so now you guys are just trying to get back to Lucerne as quick as you can and cash out. So we camera, breaks through the earth, pops up, and you guys are just walking down a small dirt pathway through kind of these, slowly bleaching hills that, especially Gisseric, since you're from this area, you grew up in your pirating days before kind of being press ganged into the war. That this all used to be like really lush green hills, right? Like really verdant. There were orchards everywhere, and now it's much more brown than green. Everything just seems kind of bleached out. It's very rare to see any trees above a person's height at all anymore. There's a lot of just dead wood everywhere. So yeah, and again, this is only the last time you were here was 2 years ago, and you remember to the most part where you are, and this used to be just like a giant orchard that's just gone now.
All right. Shed a small tear from my surroundings.
So mention
nostalgic.
that.
I pour one out for John's surroundings.
So Mandy is chatting. Beth is very quiet. She seems kind of nervous, and she really only talks to the skeleton, which seems kind of weird to you. She's in no way afraid of it. She actually seems more afraid of you guys than him. But Mandy almost honestly just doesn't shut up. Like, it's been just a day solid of like, yeah, so like about 150 years ago, I was just trying to I was like fucking around. I'm like, okay, so you have skeletons and you have ghouls and you've got zombies. So like, what the fuck happens? You just put the 3 together, right? So like, you put in 3 together, and like, holy fucking shit, like it just didn't work. Like, it was just terrible. Like, you would think like, oh man, like it's like like a zombie and a skeleton and a ghoul together, awesome. But no, it's actually kind of fucking bullshit. It really pissed me off.
I choose to auto fail the charisma check to be totally enraptured by this conversation.
I thought you'd be taking notes, Dirge.
Yeah, I'm like, go on.
I'm gonna whisper to Dirge because he's next to me. Have you ever heard of Stockholm syndrome?
And I'm like, who's Stockholm?
What Stockholm?
Oh, he's this guy. He makes a mean pita. Yeah, makes a mean pita in town. You should get it. Like the falafel, amazing.
Oh my god, I want falafel now.
So Mandy How long have you known Beth? Since Beth won't talk to us.
Roll a per. Let's do a charisma. That's just like flat out like trying to make small
I had to roll to make small talk.
Yes.
to make productive small talk.
What the fuck kind of game is this?
Dinner with Andre. Tell me more.
There. And my charisma's
17.
+2. That's a 19.
Oh yeah, so he's totally into it. It's like, oh yeah, man, yeah. Like, no, thanks. You can see it's like almost kind of like genuinely happy you're trying to engage with him, right?
Okay.
Like, it's like he has a like glimmer of self awareness of like, man, we've been together for like 24 hours, and I think I've talked 23 of them, right? So he has like this like little glimmer of like, oh my god, someone's like engaging with me, and he's like, oh well, like she was actually already there when that freaking snake lady abducted me, right, and then put the bracelet on. So like I've known her for like what you want to say like yeah like almost 5 months now. So like and she's like the only person I see on like a consistent basis. So like yeah we're cool, right? Like he looks over at Beth and she kind of gives him like she's like looks like she's like 9, but she gives him kind of like a thugged and rugged like head nod of like yeah we good, we cool.
Why would you be imprisoned by the Elisi?
Because I'm a necromancer. Like I got good death magic, and like I said, like since the tract is just up and died, my magic is just fucking unstoppable. Or at least I thought until she put that fucking bracelet on me, which was, to be fair, like stupid of me, but whatever. But yeah, like, it's always good to have a necromancer around. You never know when you need one. I mean, have you died before? No, but if you did, you'd probably want a necromancer around. And by the way, if any of you die, can I make?
Well, can I practice first, and then if I fail, you can do it?
Sure. Hey, I'll just say this because I like you guys. You're cool. Like, you got me out of there. If any of you die, I swear to God, I'll make you a revenant. Not like a fucking zombie, like a revenant.
I turn to Gaiseric and Dragonox guitar riff and say, "That's a really good deal. Take it."
Do I know what a revenant is? Because
you guys wouldn't know that mostly from stories, but that it's a reanimated corpse that still has full sentience, like your soul to some extent is still there, but you gain a lot of supernatural powers, and depending how dead you were, your physical appearance doesn't necessarily change that much.
So Voldemort with 1 Horcrux, not 7.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
It's also known as me at level 10.
Yeah, no, you're not quite. Even at level 10, you wouldn't be a revenant. Revenant gets like.
I know, I'm close.
But you would count as undead and all that. It's kind of cool. It's old 4th edition class. I don't know if they ported into.
I like this deal.
They did.
I thank him for his deal.
Nice.
I look forward to this deal to our new necromantic overlords.
Can we keep you around? We'll trade you for Dirge.
I mean, hey, well, I've said depending, like, I don't know what your guys' is like, 5-year, 10-year plan is. I'm a big planner, right? Like, so, I was always gonna say, like, I was like, you got to have a 6-month plan, you got to have a year plan, a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan, and when you're a fucking immortal lich like I am now, like fucking like, a 100-year plan at least, minimum to see dividends. But so I was thinking, I don't know what you guys are doing after this, but like, I still got to go create my Lich Kingdom, and some fresh like blood, like no pun intended, right? Like, I'm just kind of fucking saying, but like some fresh blood, like that might get me into places I can't get in on my own, all that kind of stuff. So if you want to come work for me, like, we can just make this kind of an official thing. I think that I hope I'm not overstepping my bound. I'm just saying, like, I feel like there's a good vibe here. Right, I feel like there's a good business relationship.
I mean,
I hand him my business card.
He takes it, and you see, like, he's wearing robes now. Like, he took like kind of patchwork some of the clothes from the bodies you guys left, so he's like covering still the robe. You see him kind of tuck it away into a pocket, like, oh yeah.
I mean, we're open to possibilities, I suppose.
So you see you see Beth kind of like tugs at his robe real quick, and like she. Kind of like stands on her tippy toes and whispers into his ears, and you see him be like, He's like, all right, so, it's going to be sunrise soon, and it's going to get real fucking hot, and like, I don't like the heat, and I know Beth doesn't like the heat, and like, maybe we just kind of stop for the night or the day really and like rest, because, like she's tired, right? I don't get tired, but like she's tired, and I think we should be, cognizant of the needs of the lesser amongst us, you know what I mean?
How long have we been walking?
About a day. You've been like, you've taken breaks, but you haven't like had like a real like we're gonna stop for like 8 hours plus and rest.
Can I check to see if he's lying?
That counts.
Yeah, make an insight check.
Okay, I'm doing
All
one
of
too.
us,
'Cause I had
or-
the same idea.
All right.
Okay, I don't know shit.
John, you are like, he's fucking lying.
Wow.
It's like you're like getting ready to fucking gut him. Like your natural instinct is to
Wow.
get your
Oh
fucking
my
blade
gosh.
out. You
I wanna
and
be like
fucking
John.
oh, this is awesome. You and Venrox are suddenly like, it's a fucking trap. Fuck you, and are like drawing your weapons and
Ruse.
Okay, I really,
only the Lord of Edges is like, no, he seems like he's shooting us straight.
yeah, and can I relay that to my party very quickly?
You can try to calm them down because
Okay,
they're
I'm-
both ready to like fucking like just swing on this fool.
Does that mean I have to roll a persuasion check against them?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh God.
All right. So this is why I kept my persuasion bonus, by the way.
It's the shortest campaign of all time.
Rolled a 1.
13.
That's good enough. Yeah. So you managed to convince them of like, you guys chill. He's fine. So neither of you have to. You don't have to roll initiative right now, unless you fucking want to.
I slowly back down.
I'm cool not trying to kill a Lich King right now. It's fine.
Be cool.
Potential. He hasn't amassed. Is there any place for shade?
Yeah. There's like the hill for the way the sun's gonna rise. It's like a what would that be, like a west an eastern facing hill, so you can get probably like 6 hours of shade out of it.
I mean, I know
let
the
me
area,
ping it.
right? Do I know of any place cool, like a cave or something like that?
There's no caves. There's probably a few abandoned structures you could find, but you don't know how much of a roof they have.
Cool. Okay.
Would we make? Trying to see what check we would make.
So if you see right there what I'm
Investigation
clicking
or-
on,
Oh yeah.
you can find shade right there from the sun for at least 6 or 8 hours.
That's fine. We
Patchy.
can go over
All
there.
right, let's go. Let's go do that.
Mhm.
Make a small camp in the shade.
The plague gnome dirge.
Plague gnome.
No, I actually looked at gnome, but
No, I guess I'm on guard.
So do the skeleton guys have to sleep?
He just needs to be out of the sun.
No, the skeletons don't need to sleep. They're just kind of there. He only, just for his magic, he only has like one skeleton kind of operational right now.
Hmm.
But he's actually carrying a bag that has a bunch of different bones and pieces of the people you killed already. So he could summon more if he needs to pretty quickly.
Bro took pieces of the people we killed.
Well, you need ingredients, dog. Like, I don't know what you're talking about here.
Part of the business.
Yeah.
Part of doing business.
only reason I didn't is because I don't know those spells yet.
This is
So
a dark ass world.
hey man, grim, dark, and
So,
hilarious.
So they're sitting down. It's like, you don't obviously need a campfire unless you feel like cooking. Just because it's right now, if if the Fahrenheit system existed in this world, it's like maybe 5:30 in the morning. So it's about 80 right now. And, in the direct sunlight, it gets to about 110, 120.
I'm good.
So
I'm good with
Yeah.
that fire. Is there
I'm
any
gonna
ice anywhere I can rub on my body?
I'm gonna go to the cobblestone and cook an egg on it.
you probably could in the direct sunlight. So do you guys want to set watch, or are you just going to like rely on
I'll take first watch.
on Mandy and his bone daddy to keep you safe?
We'll
I'll take
rotate.
watch.
Yeah, we'll rotate.
All right, so we'll
Stop
just
them
do.
for, like,
Do you
6
guys
hours
want to?
and 2 hours each?
Yeah, I mean, part of the resting, you just need to basically be standing still for 8 hours to get a full rest bonus, so everything resets, your full health, full surges.
Okay.
But yeah, you can just break up the shifts that way, right? Like, you don't have to be fully asleep for 8 hours.
All right. So break them up with.
Yeah.
Who's going first?
I can do first watch, or Adam can if he wants to. Yeah.
Okay. I'll go second.
All right, who's doing? Okay, so first watch is Venrox.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so the two are sleeping. So Beth is asleep. Of course, Mandy is awake because he doesn't need to sleep.
Mhm.
So
So
And-
only Adam and Mandy can interact right now.
yes, that is correct.
Do I want to just?
Because I
scan
have a
and
feeling
see-
to go meta for a second. I have a feeling I know what you may be doing right now, and I think it's awesome. But even if I'm wrong, it's probably still gonna be fun.
So
I'm sure.
Mandy's trying to chat you up, Venrox, but like you're not super having it. You can really engage if you want to, but if you want to kind of just be like, guy, I just want to like try to not get killed right now. Can you be quiet? He'll actually like shut up for a bit. So it's up to you.
I just want to ask him what his plans are going forward for the next few years.
So
I know he wants to build the empire, but does he know location, things like that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, he's happy to tell you. He's like, look,
Location,
you know, like,
location.
Yeah, location.
Yeah,
location,
exactly.
Location.
he's like, oh man, who knows? Who knows? So, you know, like everyone's kind of like, you know, freaking out, looking for different places to like set up shop. And you know what I was thinking? Where's there got to be a ton of good fucking bodies and just a ton of empty space and probably some really cool shit that I don't need to waste time building? The fucking Tractus Empire, man. I sail up north. I just take over the Tractus Empire. What's left of there? Boom, mine. Who's gonna fucking do that but me? No one, because I think ahead of the curve.
Is there anybody else you're worried about?
I mean, there's got to be at least like, you know, I don't know. There's okay. From best of my recollection, there's like at least 5 other Lich Lords, like more or less as strong as me, like scattered throughout the world. I kind of don't know where they are. You know, we have like a fucking like every century meeting, and like to be fair, like, you know, like I don't pay attention to those that big of a deal. So I mean, yeah, and you know, and you see he's actually kind of like shifty for a minute. I'm sure it's fine. So you can roll an insight real quick.
All right. We will. Oh, boom.
Oh,
Okay.
damn.
You
Boom,
absolutely
natural 20.
know he's fucking lying about something. Like he is absolutely fucking lying about something, and his plans are very clear, but you absolutely know he's afraid of something very specific.
I don't know. I just asked. There's really nothing you're afraid of or worried about in this empire building plan.
So he kind of like, you know, he kind of sees like you saw through the bullshit. He's like, okay. So maybe before I got caught, you know, when I was like kind of building my empire and why that fucking snake lady could grab me because I was actually running from like the little shop I'd set up is okay, I know it's going to sound bullshit because they're all supposed to be dead. I swear to God, swear to every god that might still be alive, which I'm pretty thinking is none. One of the fucking Tractus Magisters is still alive, is a fucking lich now.
Interesting. And he's
My
much more
face
powerful.
reaction says, oh,
No, you two are asleep, so
Yeah,
only.
you guys don't get to talk.
I know, but that's why I did facial reaction.
So I can't see that.
Damn it. Oh, damn it.
Do you think he's in the city or in the empire? I'm assuming he's in the empire. You don't know where.
He's somewhere in the empire. I know that because like I was getting kind of close, and then all of a sudden, like, you know, I built like, you know, kind of on the outskirts. I was like, you know, building, you know, baby steps, and then all of a sudden, just fucking like the Tractus were still alive, just a fucking host of their skeletons in the armor, and I could feel that magic, man, and I felt it before, and I fucking know that's a magister, but like it was undead magic. It wasn't their bullshit like mind control magic. It was straight out necromancy.
Do you have a way to deal with him yet?
That's why I thought our partnership was so key. I mean, you guys, I can see it. Look, you all fought in the war. You've all killed Tractus before. You're not afraid of fucking one magister, right? Like, especially when you got me, I think it'd be fine.
I'll have to talk it over with the other guys when they wake up. Can I just check the surroundings just to make sure we're not...
Yeah, make a perception check.
Not being too much of a chatty fucking Kathy over there.
Listen, you're asleep. Don't make me kick you while you're asleep.
What do you mean make me? I'm sure you already kicked me several times in my sleep, keeping me awake, being a bitch.
He just rolled a 6 to kick John in his sleep.
Yeah, I rolled a 6 to kick John.
You missed to kick Beth.
What'd you say it was perception?
Yes, perception.
Oh, so it's a 9.
Everything seems fine.
Okay. How much time has passed?
Your shift is over. It's time to wake up. Who was second? Was that Geyseric?
Yeah, I'm second. It's
Okay.
Geyseric.
Yeah, Geyseric.
No,
Whatever.
I'm going with Gay Sarek. I always call him Gay Sarek with that emphasis.
How dare you?
Geyseric.
How dare you?
I'm not gonna dead name. Fuck you. I call people what they want to be called. Not that hard.
Yeah, you were right the first time then.
Except me, apparently. I'm just Lord's Edges over here.
You brought that upon yourself. And honestly, you wanted to be called that anyway.
Nah, I'm fine with any attention.
I can see you. Yeah, exactly. You just want attention. You care not from whence the attention flows, only that it flows.
God.
This is true.
Notice,
Alright.
notice, but God.
So, wake up the swashbuckler, which you do via kick. I'm just gonna put that in there.
I'm sure.
Can
he
I
Oh,
does,
roll? Can I
yes.
roll?
Also,
No,
meta
I
note,
can't.
having middle shift would suck because you fall asleep, you wake up in the middle of it, have to be alert, and then go back to sleep. So you're never really rested.
This is why I volunteer for
Yep.
it. I'm a saint.
Yep.
God.
All right,
Boy, you're
Venrox, you want to
Can I
convey any information?
Can I roll
I
to
let
stare
him know
ironic
everything
daggers?
that
I cannot hear Adam over you, Tommy, so be quiet.
Damn it.
I like this microphone already. I let him know basically what I learned and to see if maybe he can pump more information out of him.
All right, I will try
All
my
right.
best. Have a good sleep, Venrox.
All right, so you're up. Mandy's still sitting there. You see, again, he kind of doesn't actually sit down much. He just kind of like stands there like a skeleton in like a chemistry or like a biology classroom, but like can talk and just staring at you. And he's just like, "Hey, my guy. So, how'd you sleep? Good dreams, I hope. Right? You know, I kind of miss sleep, honestly. Like, I don't. I think you take. Do you take sleep for granted? Like, because I feel like when I was alive, I took sleep for fucking granted, and so I'm like wondering, like, do you? Because if not, like, if you do, you totally shouldn't.
Having grown up on ships and constantly being busy, I don't take sleep too much for granted. No.
Oh, see, there's good. Industrious. See, that's why I think it's important. You have to be industrious in life.
You do. What did you do in life before you were a lich?
I tried to become a lich. That was basically my life's pursuit since I think I was like, I don't know, maybe like 14, I think.
All right.
Before then, I think I wanted to be I think I wanted to be a giant. I guess.
So
That's what I think I
probably
wanted to be before that.
easier to become a lich than a giant, I would assume.
Not really. I mean, you just need the, true polymorph spell, and there you are. But like, like necromancy was so much more fun.
So what were you doing during the Tractus Wars then? Because you were already a lich at that point, correct?
Yeah, I mean, well, like, hey, like, I wasn't a collaborator, all right. Like, I hear that fucking tone. I wasn't a collaborator.
Oh no, there was no tone. I was just curious.
Oh no, like, I was, I helped. I helped how I could. I helped raise soldiers. I helped, heal. I mostly, if I'm being totally fucking honest, I mostly ran a lot of times when I saw them. But I was out east with the, helping out with the Sith Who for a while, and they were pretty cool. Except I hate fucking grass and empty grassland, so I left.
You
But yeah,
the ocean areas. How did you end up in the archipelago?
Well, again, I'm going to say Snake Lady. I was taking a ship up north and then a ship fleeing back south. And then, that's where she caught me. So,
Oh, okay. That makes sense. So you are pretty keen on having us come and help you do whatever it is you're planning on doing after this, huh?
I'm just saying, like, I feel like you guys are seasoned. You know what you're doing. I need business partners. I'm not so arrogant to think I can do everything alone. I think it's important to have, these kind of mutually beneficial relationships. And like, I thought it'd be cool. And, also like, like it helps. It helps to have friends. It helps to have people around you, right? Like, I think that's cool. Plus, you guys can get really fucking rich. And like, hey.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of riches, but wherever there's plenty of riches, there's plenty of risk, right? I learned that in my pirating days.
Well, of course, right? Like, I mean, what do they say? Like, it's just, opportunity and risk are the same thing. So, like, I'm just saying.
This is true. This is true. I'm gonna take a look around and make sure that the area is pretty secure still.
All right, go perception. Ooh,
Yeah, there you go.
it's pretty good.
So rolled 18.
That's a higher than 18, but yeah.
Mr. I'm so cool. I roll low numbers when it doesn't matter.
Yes.
So, the swashbuckler, you're a spy, because this area actually from previous, like you just kind of have a sense of it, and you definitely hear a sound that is not native to this part. Like there would be no animal that would make this kind of sound. A kind of normal traveler wouldn't make this kind of sound. It is a very strange, like it is a dragging sound, but it's also oddly graceful, right? Like oddly like lyrical in its composition, but it's a dragging sound, and like like that doesn't belong here. So there's something around that seems to be circling you guys.
Hey, Mandy. What was the name?
Yeah, what's up, baby?
What was the name of the lizard woman that enslaved you again?
She never told me her name, which I felt like really insulted. But like they play by those old fucking Fey rules about like, can I have your name? And they're like, no, I can tell you like what you can call me though, and bullshit like that.
So it's.
But yeah, never gave me the name.
I'm pretty sure that there's something slithering around us.
This virus can infect.
What the hell is that?
The Siri.
Thanks, Siri. At least it wasn't mine this time. So Mandy's like, oh, what? Wait, I got a spell for this. I got a spell. And you see he takes out like, it's just a fucking eyeball from his little pack. And he starts chanting to it and it disintegrates. Yeah, it just like disintegrates into a cloud of flies. And the flies just go streaking all over every direction. And then about 30 seconds later, it comes back. He's like, oh, yeah, no, it's her. And it looks like she's got some backup. Like, she's not like, she looks like she's keeping her distance. But yeah, like, we're fucking surrounded, man.
All right. Let's not give away anything. Let me wake everybody up. So I wake everybody up.
Would you like to try to do that stealthily? Or are you just like, get the fuck out, two arms?
Yeah. I should probably make a stealth check on that one.
Well, you can stealthily wake us up without doing a roll, right? I mean,
No, because
you're surrounded. And so you got to imagine that they're watching.
Yeah.
he has to play it cool.
So that's a
like,
nat 20.
And he plays
Jesus Christ.
He plays
So
super
it's-
chill.
I have the
Yeah.
stealthiest
You're
fucker
just
ever,
like-
except for when walking down a hallway that's clear.
Yeah, you kind of like fake yawn. You're like, oh, and like in doing so, you somehow just like flick a pebble that hits Venrox, and he like wakes up and like just casually scratching your neck. You give him like the sign of like we're surrounded, right? And you do the same thing to
In the old military days.
to the Lord of Edge, yeah. And so everyone's already fully armed, right? Like is awake, but are still pretending like they're asleep. And there's no way that they cannot think that you two are the only ones awake.
Okay.
So what do you want to do?
Well, we're surrounded, which isn't good. So,
we still can't see them.
which direction was the? I'll ask Mandy quietly. Which direction was the sorceress lizard lady?
Slithering.
She's right there.
Can't.
Do you see that little ping? She's somewhere in there.
No,
Nice.
Not quite.
north,
And-
south.
Okay, in that direction.
So I would assume she's at the strongest point. Let's try to break away through the weakest point. I would assume.
Which is to our east.
I would say, yeah. Down your direction. How many?
Yeah,
How
if
many?
you go east, you might be able to break away. So you can try and just run, or you could try and like fucking hit them,
Wait,
or you can try and just like basically peace out to the east and kind of clear through.
do I have enough like game state presence to know to ask like how surrounded are we?
You guys can, again, because you're all been soldiers together, you can communicate all of this like through hand signals.
So
So you can ask for all of that.
I basically asked like how surrounded are we? Are we talking 5 guys, 6, 10, 20? Basically asked for a count.
It's gotta be
Mandy
enough
can-
surround us.
Yeah, there's at least 5 kind of in every cardinal position, but to the east, we're right into where like that, like it's actually like it's green, but it should be brown, kind of thorny brush. Like you know that there's only like one person there because the steep is really, or the slope is really steep. So if you made a hard break for it, you could probably truck through that guy real easy and then just kind of disappear deeper into the crags.
Oh, let's do that.
Or we just try to fight our way out right now.
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah,
Can I use hands? I'm going to use hand signals to ask John is if the terrain that way is dangerous.
The crag.
And yes, it is. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
Is it-
it would take some skill to navigate it down safely.
I think we should try to fight and then break away along the road.
The way we were going.
Yeah, the safe way.
I agree with a note of let's just kill everyone.
Cool.
Mandy's like, oh yeah, like I'll man, like save her head for me, man. Like that's all I ask.
And then I reinforce my point of killing everyone doing this, pointing this at him and being like, he's
Yeah,
on
so
our team.
you can kind of coordinate with him. So you see him take out some fleshy bits and non-fleshy bits from his bag,
Hmm.
and hold on, I'm gonna do some razzle dazzle.
Is he getting excited while doing it?
I'm sure he is.
You can't. Again, he's a fucking skeleton, so he has no facial expressions. But
No,
he's
would he be like giggling and cackling? Like
no, he's like he's chanting to himself.
Think like Black Cauldron Lich, not necessarily like
I prefer
cartoon.
Skeletor Lich.
But I don't want to be good. I want to be evil.
Oh,
Oh, was our
there's skeleton
assuming
bones
they're with us.
appearing.
Oh, he just summoned some skeletons.
Yeah, he just instantly raises 3 more,
Nice.
armed with the weapons that you guys had kind of pilfered off the corpses.
Nice.
Oh yeah, we find.
Yeah. So roll initiative.
This would have been better if you'd used the dry bones guys from Mario.
I could not find them.
Hey, way to criticize the DM on stream. Appreciate it.
No,
Yeah.
I mean notes are good. Notes are good. Okay, so Adam just kind of like fell back asleep.
That's what happened last time.
God damn it.
Adam said, sword, shield, nerd.
Oh, I thought you were supposed to be the fighter.
That has nothing to do with initiative. Just how hard I
That's true.
hit.
I rolled a 16 miraculously.
I got a 9.
All right, so there's your initiative order for you guys. I will roll the initiative while you guys act. So Mandy's going to put up a spell real quick, and he's going to cast basically all those flies he cast suddenly burst into little like phosphorus orbs. So he's going to illuminate the map for you guys.
Cool. I like it.
I want that spell so bad. It sounds so cool.
Dirge rages in jealousy.
I mean, the guy named Dirge, who's an edgelord, is constantly jealous. Have we learned nothing
Yeah,
from the
jealous
90s?
of everything.
Ooh. That's a go.
All right, so you guys surprised them. They were not like you can see that. Hold on, so you can see that like there's the why isn't
You can't see the north.
I don't think we need to. He said there was 5, and I see all 5.
Oh, well, we're supposed to go north. That's why I'm asking.
No, we're supposed to go south.
No, we're going north.
No, we're going south.
No, it was John's idea to go along the road, and we agreed.
I know. I just didn't know which direction we were going.
Yeah, we're going that way, right?
Yeah, you guys want to go south, so
Yeah.
you can see that like, but none of them were ready for a fight. You can see that they were kind of like, they're resting themselves. Now that you can kind of see them in clear light, like each of them has like a couple of those like fly phosphorus orbs near them, right? Like so you can get a good view of each of them. They all look really tired. They clearly were burning hard to track you guys and catch up to you. They were all resting, so definitely looked like they were waiting to kind of jump you later.
Yeah.
They were not prepared. So you have surprise on them, so you get a full turn without them acting at all.
Oh, good.
So,
nice.
Dirge, you are first up.
Am I correct in understanding that there's only 2 footmans and then the snake lady on the map right now?
No.
No, there's
You're missing
5.
2, and they're green.
Oh, they're green. God, it's like
Bottom right.
the
Yeah.
palette.
And
Okay.
for
There's one there. Yep.
Yeah.
One there. There. Okay, so there's 4.
Yeah.
Yep, there's 5. Well, there's 4. There's 4 plus Snake Lady. So you can see that they the green guys, they're
We're just trying to find the other green guy. I can't see him. Oh, there he is. I see him.
he's
Okay,
hiding
so
in the brush.
I see him.
Naturally.
Naturally. So I'm going to not move, and by not moving, do I get a bonus?
Nope.
No. Okay, we're not doing it. I thought I remember that from a different, but it might have been at home.
Yeah. You can attack and then move if you want to reposition,
I
but
might do that, but here, let's see. I'm going to, on the closest green guy, so the guy in the brush, I am going to cast. Wait, where did my cantrips go? Oh no! Oh my god!
I don't know.
He's casting nothing. Next.
I know, right?
No, there's something wrong with my cantrips. The worksheet that I had. Dang it! All right, hang on.
Just cast Eldritch Blast and move
I was
on.
gonna say I'll cast Eldritch Blast.
Damn, man. Cool fucking blood right there.
Well, John, we missed it with when we had Jeff run in. He only gave us like 5-10 seconds to do whatever we were going to
Oh
do.
yeah, or else he.
Nice.
Yeah, or else he moved
Well, with
on.
only 3 of you, one would think we could take a little more time.
Well, okay, yeah, I'll cast Eldritch Blast. There we go. Okay, I have it back now. Yeah, Eldritch Blast. So I need to roll a d20.
Roll with advantage because you guys have them surprised. Okay, so yeah, you hit. Roll damage.
Okay, so I hit, and so my
So you hit with
damage.
a 15 and a 16 with advantage.
It's 1d10 force damage, and I add my charisma modifier to it. So 1d10. So 8 plus my charisma modifier. Charisma modifier is 3, so 11 damage.
Holy shit! Yeah, so like this bolt of energy just flies out, and you see this guy just kind of like almost fall. Actually, hold on, I'm gonna make a roll for him. Oh, that's bad. Yeah. So you hit him, and because he's right on the edge, right near the really steep slope, you hit him, and it just fucking knocks him right off his feet. You could see pieces of like his kind of tattered armor go flying, and he just tumbles the fuck down that slope. And you're not sure if he's dead, but you'd be real surprised if he lived through that because he went just like a rag doll off the fucking edge of the world.
Perfect.
Nice.
Well
Wilhelm
done.
scream and everything.
Oh yeah, like it's if we actually did any kind of editing or shit like that, like because that's where you would definitely put the Wilhelm in. Yeah, we don't do this is Wakanda. We don't do that here. If you want actual production value and like professional fucking voice actors, like go listen to Root Tales of Magic, not this bullshit.
True story.
Thank you, whoever booted up that Wilhelm.
That was me. I was trying to find a guitar lick for it.
All right. Speaking of, John, it's your turn.
All right, I rush Snake Lady.
All right, so she's pretty far, so you're gonna have to dash to get there.
That's fine.
If you dash, you can't attack, John.
That's fine.
But yeah, you're right up on her, and you see she's like, "Oh shit!" Right? Like she doesn't even have an arrow knocked at this point. She's just like, "Oh god damn it!"
Now I'm within 5 feet, so she can't shoot.
All right, then it is Mandy. Got to find where I put him in this fucking
He's in a
thing.
tree right behind.
He's above
Venrox.
He's going to come right there, and he is going to blast the guy who's flanking you to the west, closest one.
So he rolled a 10.
So yeah, that with his bonus hits, and he's actually, you see him like a beam of, it's not even like a beam of light, it's a beam of just like darkness, of an absence of light, just hits this fucking they're all Astarte, they're all human, hits him, and you can see the guy's like flesh start to wither, and Mandy's actually going to eat one of his skeletons. The skeleton just kind of like disintegrates, and its bones just become like shrapnel that follows the line of darkness and just shreds through this guy in an instant, and he's just like completely eviscerated into like 20 different parts from the bone shrapnel.
So we don't want to make this guy our enemy.
Maybe not. But yeah, he just fucking annihilated that.
Okay. Seems legit.
And ate one of his dudes. All right, Venrox, you're up.
Can I reach the other dude across the road in one move?
If you dash, yes.
I'll dash to the other guy next to the snake lady.
Next to who?
The snake lady.
Okay. All right, now it's their initiative order. So still at the top is Dirge. Tommy. Get off your phone, man.
Oh, sorry.
Next.
I'm going to cast Ray of Frost on the Snake Lady.
Seems good. Go for it.
All right. Roll that d20. 18. Pretty good.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
All right. I deal 1d. I deal 1d8 cold damage. She takes 6 cold damage.
Okay, yeah. So you hit that, and you see part of like her scales on. You hit like low on, I guess what would be her. I don't know. Snakes don't really have parts, so if I had to say, I'd say it was her knee. But like you hit a part of her scales, and some of them just like crackle off, like as if they were just hit by what is it, nitrogen, like frozen nitrogen, right? Like she was the T-1000.
Oh, dope. All right.
Yeah,
So
she's not happy.
her movement is penalized by 10 feet.
Okay, yeah, that's a good thing. Okay, she's up, so she's going to try to do that trick that you saw her do once before, John. Actually, no, she's going to try something else.
How many tricks has she got up her sleeve?
Where's your 6? No, that's damage. That's Tom.
So you see she like locks eyes with you, John, and like her pupils kind of enlarge, and it just totally doesn't work on you. You're like, lady, the shit I've seen, that means nothing to me. And yeah, she's going to.
Tractus, you nothing.
Yeah, she's going to disengage. That's all she can do.
Okay.
Not really nothing.
So she basically just gets to slightly get away, but she can't do much else. So she's done. So now it is John. You're up.
All right, I move up. Cutlass followed by whip, followed by net.
Just go for it, baby.
Later you are.
Cutlass first.
He rolled a natural 1.
All right, so we're just going to stop there. So you go and you're like, oh, I got you. And like you are so completely just like, I'm the baddest motherfucker you've ever seen. And you swipe up with your cutlass, and she just like slaps your wrist with her bow, and your cutlass drops to the ground.
Amazing.
And you know what? She is going to try and do it again.
All right. Guess I deserve this. Being part of the patriarchy, you know.
Ooh. All right, John. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
DM rolled a 16.
That
Charisma's 19.
Wisdom.
It doesn't matter. That's fine.
21.
Just rolled a 19.
Yeah. So she tries the eye shit with you again, and you're still just like, nah, dog. Nah. I ain't got nothing for you.
I might be a moron who can't keep track of my sword.
Yeah. But you are a battle-hardened soldier, and just whatever she's trying to do to you is just not fucking working at all.
All right.
You look at her and you say, I've come to regret my showboating.
All right, it's the minions. That guy can only dash because he wasn't ready. And the one in front of Adam is just, he's got a sword and shield too, so he's just going to take a swipe at it.
All right. Oh.
And a 16, does that beat your AC?
No.
Nope. So yeah, he comes in with the sword and it just bounces right. You just basically check it with your shield, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And he looks very much like, I've made a mistake in life. All right, it's Mandy.
Every deployment phase.
So Mandy is going to use his action to control his skellies. as they all gang up. So these three skeletons basically just move on this one guy who rushed up to try and get to them. And I'm just gonna do the roll.
No, one of those skeletons is Mandy.
No, Mandy's the red one.
The what?
The red skeleton on the road.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
Jesus
you
Christ,
forgot
I
to
can
move.
How
barely see
dare
it.
you forget what Mandy looks like?
I can barely
Yeah, you
see
might
it.
just murder you for that.
That's fine.
I
Then
mean, to be
become a
fair, this map made me feel like I was colorblind for half of it.
Yes.
I all of a sudden sympathize with Jeff.
Don't listen to him, Danny. You're doing great.
I'm
His
really
name
not, but
was-
that's okay. So only one skeleton like actually lands a blow on this guy, and like gets like a kind of a glancing blow on the dude's like cheek, drawing some blood, but mostly just kind of gumming him up. So now it goes to Adam.
All right. Ben Rock strikes with his. What am I using? A long sword.
Q Goblin with guitar.
Q Goblin with guitar.
I haven't found the right
4,
soundtrack.
which becomes doesn't matter because I think it's +2.
Nope, that's not going to matter unless your bonus is huge.
I'm gonna use my lucky.
Ooh, lucky.
You may.
Did you
Oh,
just
okay,
assume
we're
the
now to
size of his
13.
bonus?
I sure as hell did.
Yeah. So 12.
Nope. So he manages to do the same thing that you did to him. He just checks your sword with his shield, and it's like, okay, well, I guess we're at a standoff. Let's settle this with words, like gentlemen. You see him say to you.
Words not good.
All right, back to the top of the order. That is Thomas.
That is me, and I'm thinking. I'm thinking I don't like the snake lady, so I'm gonna move to get a better angle on her, like maybe like 3 squares down and 1 square over to the right, so I don't accidentally clip John. Yeah, oh yeah, that's the money. And then
Friendly fire only happens if you roll a 1,
Okay, so don't roll 1.
which you will now do.
I know, right? I'm gonna throw a witch bolt at her. Screw it. So
Alrighty.
I'm using a spell slot to cast witch bolt.
Yep. Nope. That. Again, your magic just. Again, she is a snake lady, and they're relatively resistant to magic, and it just kind of the bolt hits her and just fizzles away. Right, like you couldn't get a solid connection. And she looks at you again, just like this motherfucker.
Ah,
Dang it.
Speaking of, it's her turn. So she's pretty sure John can't be charmed, scared. So she's gonna do something.
she gonna whip me with that tail. Be gentle.
Okay, no. So that's enough. So John, make a charisma saving throw.
Okay. This is gonna be +2. 16.
16. Okay.
All right, yeah. So she's gonna try and talk to you. You are under no pressure at all to listen, but she's like, wait. This isn't what it looks like. Stand down. I'll have my guys stand down. We can talk about this.
Woman, you have any idea how much talking I've been listening to with that skeleton?
Also,
All right. She's going to use her movement to try and disengage.
Opportunity attack.
Alrighty. Then it goes to Tom.
Wait.
Or that was Tom. No, that was her. So now it is John.
Well, doesn't John get an opportunity attack because she tried to disengage within a square?
No, she disengaging allows her to move away without opportunity.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Otherwise, she would just fucking run.
Yeah, my guy can do the same thing. I can
Okay.
disengage without the opponent getting an opportunity. All right. So I can pull the short sword since I dropped my cutlass, right?
Yeah,
I can pull the short sword because it's finesse and light without anything.
without a penalty. Yeah, because you have dual wielding.
Anyways, I could have done with anything. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll take the swing at the short sword. That's a 14. No, that's a 16.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Man.
That hits, and because it is a finesse, you can use your Is a short sword finesse?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
finesse and
you
lightning.
can use a sneak attack too on it.
Okay, so it's a D6 plus.
I don't know. Is your sneak attack damage 1 or 2d6?
It's at this point. I believe it's 2 because I'm level 2. Let me make sure though.
Or level 3?
Level 3.
Should be level 3, bro.
Yeah. I think it is 2 now. I just gotta find the rogue page. The cleric is definitely too far. Because things are in alphabetical order in this book.
Yeah, no, I will say the D&D 5th edition tech
2d6.
book is bullshit.
Yeah.
2d6, nice.
Yeah.
I love how all the spells are just in alphabetical order rather than being grouped with
Yes.
what you'd be looking for.
Yeah. So I roll 1 for damage, then 2 for attack, right?
Or 2 for sneak attack, so it'd be 3d6.
3 total. Okay.
Yeah, plus your dex.
13 plus 4 is 17.
Holy God. So, you get right under the freaking rib cage and you're just like, sure, right there. And she is just wilting. You see just all the color draining out of her features, right? Like just you definitely got internal organ there.
Good. Dagger?
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry, net, but I missed anyways.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah,
she managed to block that, but yeah, she's that was more just like kind of random impulses. You just like shanked her beyond oblivion.
Right.
All right, Mandy's up. He's going to use his skellies to do their thing. One more hit. Yeah. So it just does a little bit more chip damage to that fool. Not a whole lot, but he's kind of locked in with them. And now it's their turn. So you're gonna guy fighting the skeleton's gonna try and take out a.
Damn.
Oof. Well, that good skeleton. Yeah, that guy manages just to like obliterate a skeleton. He's just like bashing it down with his shield, like you fucking stupid thing, die. And the other one on Adam.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
No, that is you again. He's just right against your shield again, Adam. Just like I think at this point he's aiming for the shield. And Adam, it's your up.
All right, try to hit him again. 12, 14.
How much, man?
14.
Nope, still not enough. You guys are just like you're really just kind of like bumping shields against each other, like ha ha ha.
Can I ask if it's getting sexual at this point?
At this point, I think so. Right? Like I think you guys just enjoy being close, but you need that violent distance to satisfy your masculinity. But really, it's just
I sure am glad we brought the tank with us.
Hey, none of you have taken damage so far, so
Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
Sure.
All right, top of the order, it goes back to the Lord of Edges himself.
Let's see. I'm going to move down 3 more squares.
Throw everybody for a loop. Turn the undead.
I don't have that yet, John.
Plot twist.
That would be a great plot twist. Which one of us is the cleric? Turn the undead.
To confirm, so the snake lady's like almost dead, but like not quite.
She's real bad. John got every piece of that short sword in between her ribs.
And she's after me.
No.
No. Can't remember the order. God. Okay.
Oh yes, she's after you. Or she's after you. She's
okay,
right after you.
I'm gonna throw another Eldritch Blast at her.
Alrighty.
Throw a Eldritch Blast at her. Oh Christ!
At least it wasn't a 1. Otherwise, I would have hit John.
Well, okay, Noted. Once again, I insta-killed somebody at the beginning of this and have done nothing. I just want to make that utterly clear. No, I
You
brought him
start
shirt.
strong
are
and
you
then
saying-
fall off.
Yeah. I was gonna say, are you a one pump chump? Is that what we're saying here?
Well, 2 because I did slow her and deal 6 damage. So you're welcome.
Okay. Yeah. So it's her turn.
I look into the sky with my remaining bonus action and say, "Please, dear patron, what the hell is going on with my rolls?"
They can't hear you now.
All right. So she tries to go like pocket sand and just totally misses.
That's a good one.
And yeah, she you know what? She's gonna risk it. She's bleeding out. Like she doesn't think her minions are gonna last much longer. So John, take an opportunity attack because she's just fucking running.
All right. Do I get bonuses for opportunity attack?
No, you just get to make an out of sequence attack. Ah. She's
She's slippery, man. The second time.
Yeah, but no one's gonna remember John roll.
and she's gone. She just disappears. She heads right down that slope, and luckily, due to her serpentine body, you can hear she's kind of just surfing it way the fuck out of here.
Like
Second time,
Legolas on
John.
a staircase when he's got a shield.
Yeah, exactly. She's just like, I'm out.
That's the second time.
So it's my turn?
Yeah, it's
that
your
doesn't
turn.
waste
John.
my turn?
No, she's gone.
Okay. So
Save me, John.
because that guy's embroiled with Adam, I'm going to move over and use the sneak attack on him. With the short sword.
All right, go for it.
That's a 19.
Yes, that hits.
All right. So I get 3d6.
Oh yeah, good job killing the bitch there, John.
That's 15.
Yeah, so again, you sneak up right behind him. He's like in his almost tender embrace, shield to shield with Venrox, and all of a sudden he just like jerks up as like a short sword goes right into his back, right under his armor, and you got that dagger too.
All right. Dagger it. Come on, dagger. Don't fail me now. 20. Damn.
Yeah, no, that's not going to be
That's
enough.
not going to do it.
So yeah, the dagger unfortunately hits a piece of his like chainmail and just doesn't puncture through.
All right.
Now it is Mandy's turn. So Mandy is not going to rely on his skeletons. He's just going to cast a spell.
Seems bad.
I was told single digits are not good.
I
No,
was told
he
there
actually
would be punch and pie.
There's Adam.
Hey, there's Adam. He actually hit, but the guy failed to throw. So you see him like one of the one fighting skeletons just go rigid, right? Like as if really as if invisible chains just wrapped around him, and he's kind of held in place and entangled at the moment.
All right.
And now it is their turn. His action. Let's see if he can get away. Holy shit, he rolled well. Yeah, he actually manages to break the spell. You see, like, there are actually, like, press lines in his armor, and you can see a little bit of blood for, like, there were invisible chains around him, but they were cutting into him, but he kind of busts out of them. But that took his whole action to do. And then the other one who's, like, was gently looking into Venrox's eyes, who's now just, like, very quickly losing blood and, like, in renal failure, turns around and tries to put a blade into the swashbuckler.
What?
Does he
Nothing.
mouth "I love you" to Adam at the same time?
I did
I
nothing,
use
punk.
I use protection.
Do you have to be adjacent?
No, just within 5 feet.
Yeah,
So he's
not within. Is it within 5 feet of the attacker or 5 feet of the target?
Because you're not within 5 feet of me.
I don't know. I'll have to look.
See, I only ask precision questions when you guys are jerks.
Technically.
Actually, you guys were assholes, so I'm gonna be a bigger one. Thanks.
All right, I don't want to waste time, Adam, looking it up.
Does the 13 hit?
He rolled a 16 plus his bonus, so he's definitely hitting.
Oh,
Well, hitting John anyway.
Yeah, he's hitting John for sure.
extra attack, blah, blah, blah. When a creature you see attacks a target other than you that is within 5 feet of you. So it's the target. It's the creature, not the target.
Okay. So he played that wrong the other way, but that's fine. So, okay, he'll reroll.
So he just rolls another. He's at disadvantage.
This better not be a 20.
Look
Yeah.
at that.
All right, he missed. Adam manages to, like, push him in the back with his shield as he turns around to swing and just totally misses. All right, so I think we're just going to assume you guys are going to butcher these last two dudes, so I'm not going to, like, waste time, unless you really want to roll out and see who actually crits and doesn't.
I'm afraid I might roll a 1 and stab John by mistake.
Okay, never mind.
We
roll
already
it.
know I'm the
All right,
hero
you're
of this
up.
round of
You're up,
combat
Venrox.
anyways, so it's fine.
Roll it.
I need to kill something.
It's your turn up anyway, Venrox.
All right.
Venrox, go.
2.
Nice.
I use the luck.
That's a good one, John.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Hey, look.
Ooh,
It works.
Oh,
Look at that.
all right. That guy had like 3 hit points left.
Dragon
so.
Force every time, all the time.
Yeah. So, Adam, do you want this to be comical or you want this to be grisly?
Grizzly.
Grizzly? Yeah, I was gonna say, do we want like Mortal Kombat fatality or like, you know? All right. So, since this guy had turned his back to you briefly to like swing at John and try and like get into a center position, you sweep low with your longsword and you get him right in the back of his heel, right into the Achilles, and slide it out. So he just like foot comes up, like head against the ground, and you just come up and you just start stomping on his freaking face until there's nothing left.
Seems legit.
Venax wins.
And then and that's when I say, that's what you get for turning your back on me.
Don't give me extra role playing
in Venrock's eyes, though, is a sense of loss of beauty, of like Tyler Durden, of like, I just wanted to destroy something beautiful.
Then Landslide by starts playing in the background.
Landslide falling down, and I see my
We should really plan this stuff so I can have this queued up.
All right, this is why we got to edit, but I'm not doing that. All right, top of the order, it is Tommy.
All right, I yell at my patron, get in touch with this for the love of the gods that are dead, and I throw an Eldritch Blast at the last target fighting this guy. And I roll an 11, which plus my charisma modifier is 14.
Plus do you get your proficiency or no? Oh, it's a spell. No, 14.
Yeah.
Against AC?
I think so. It doesn't specify.
Yeah, everything's usually. Yeah, so he manages to just put his shield up in time, and he, like, the shield takes it. You can hear the crack of the wood, but, like, he's fine.
It's got the word Eldritch in there.
All right, John, it's you.
Me? All right. I don't think I can make it to that guy, right?
Yeah, you can just make it.
Okay, then I'm gonna go over there and stab a bitch.
All right, do your thing. As John kills everything on this map. That's hits.
23.
Yeah.
I swear to God, John's hacking.
To be fair, John's only killed one
10.
person.
All right, so 10 damage thus far.
All right, dagger. Don't let me down.
Yep, it does.
Every time.
All right, he's still alive.
John,
it's Mandy's turn.
You should name your dagger Let Down.
I'm gonna nickname my dagger Dirge.
The same thing.
I'm gonna go to your house. You're gonna see me in the back window of your video cam in about 5 minutes.
I can't let you in. I got coronavirus.
Oh my God.
No, you got coronavirus.
So bad. So good.
All right, so you see Mandy just kind of get bored, and like both of the skeletons just like disintegrate again, and you see that he casts a magic missile, but for both skeletons just being disappeared, like all of a sudden instead of like 3 bolts of energy coming at this guy, there's 8.
Oh, evisceration time! Don't roll a 1. I'm right behind this dude.
Please roll a 1.
I hate you so much.
Damn. Oh, there's a 1 right there.
That's for damage roll. That's the D4s. 15 damage.
Well, no, that wasn't even all of it. That was still just enough. Yeah, well, see, luckily with the thing with Magic Missile is it doesn't roll to hit; it just hits. So yeah, he just fucking shreds this guy to nothing. He's like, "Oh, great. Well, fuck, the Snake Lady didn't. Oh, God damn it! Really, the Snake Lady again?"
I
That
slayed
was
her.
Eric's fault.
And you see him just kind of like mutter. He's like kind of muttering, like walking around, going up to each corpse and like just putting his hand over. And all of a sudden you see like hearts and eyes and teeth and like rib bones come just retching out of them. And he's like stuffing them into his bag of like, well, at least I got this stuff, I guess.
Awesome.
I'm assuming Beth is still here, yeah?
Oh, yeah, no, she was hiding the entire time. She was like just hiding, like trying to stay safe.
Because that's something we didn't account for, and that was probably a bad idea.
Yeah, no, I didn't have her roll initiative. She was hiding.
We probably want to think about that in the future. Less Snake Lady slither around sneakily and steal her.
Yeah, no, she was fine. She was hiding. It's all right. You guys have cleared them out, and you're still at your campsite, but there's just a lot of dead bodies now.
Cool. Is there anything of value on the dead body?
I mean, you've got. I mean, Mandy can make you skeleton porters, so you can carry whatever you want. If you strip them of all their supply and gear, you're maybe going to get like another 50 gold total, right? Like in random assets. I mean, they have a couple full water skins, so that's always nice. So you have like
take
some,
that
you
for
know,
sure.
more water.
I go up to
You can
Mandy.
do an investigation to see if any of them are hiding anything. You know, do the oil check.
Let me do an investigation check over here.
I'll do investigation too.
11. Let's see if I have. Hold on.
Got 12.
Yeah, I got 11.
I got bad.
None of you find anything of note.
I got a 6.
Yeah, you find nothing of note other than what they're clearly wearing. So if you want, Mandy will make you a skeleton porter to carry around all their gear.
Yeah.
Or you can just leave
sell it later.
Instead of asking for a skeleton porter, I go up and the spell to animate the dead.
He's like, "Oh, you want to learn how to animate dead?"
Yeah, dude. Can I roll for? I got a hunch. About
Well, you can roll persuasion if you want.
Yeah, I rolled I rolled 21.
He's like, you know what? And he like looks you up and down. He's like, "I see you got that book, right?"
And I'm like, "Yep."
He's like, and you see like he waves his hand over the book, and like pages suddenly fill. And he's like, "There, like now, see, you don't quite have the. How do I put this? How do I say this gently? Because I like you, and I don't want you to feel bad. Like I want you to understand. This comes from I need you to hear me, and like I'm trying to be careful of my impact, but like you just don't got the juice for this yet. But if you follow these instructions and you got about an hour and you got all the material, yeah, you could raise like 1, but you ain't gonna be able to do what I do right now. Like you got to get tapped into a little bit more fucking battery. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's fair.
But yes, you now have the raise dead spell as a ritual in your spell book, in your tome.
Nice.
All right, so you guys want to rest, or you just want to be like fuck it, or you want to chase after Snake Lady, see if you can run her down?
Does the Beth girl still need to rest, since she was kind of the one who indicated she needed to rest in the first place?
Well, you can ask her.
I'll ask her.
So she kind of thinks and looks, and like she looks at kind of the body. She's actually, again, she's young, but she's not very phased by what she's seen at all.
Okay.
And she just kind of looks, and she gives a shrug. She's just like, and makes the motion of like, yeah, let's fucking go. Let's get this over with.
Okay, well, let's head on with Adam in the lead because he's the tank.
Sounds about right.
As none of you took damage, though, this entire fucking fight.
Hey, that's not our fault.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are wandering down the road, going, ease on down the road.
Oh my God.
I mean, Tom did do his best to try to kill us.
He did. He really did. If you rolled a 1, I would have laughed as he just fucking blasted you in the back.
Oh, okay. I mean, I think like I am one of the 2 people that hit Snake Lady, and that was John of one of the 3 times he had a chance. So,
I mean, really, Adam
for the
didn't do
record-
anything at all. So
To be fair, you guys don't want to seem to kill Snake Lady.
We really
John
don't.
does it. I think John really is beguiled by her.
I do want to
Yeah.
kill. I just shoved a sword in between her ribs.
But you let her run away.
I didn't
Where was
let
your
her
net?
To
run
be
away.
fair.
Fair.
All right. So you guys are, going. Mandy creates kind of like a skeleton. It's actually like a weird. It's kind of like a skeleton horse, except there's no head and like the back. It's just basically legs, rib cage open, and all your gear stuffed into where like the spine and everything else should be.
So
Seems
very
gross
natural.
and legit.
Yeah.
We don't stand out at all.
No,
Yeah. No, you don't at all.
because we wouldn't have stood out with a crazy skeleton guy walking with us in the first place.
Well, he's in robes at this point, right? So like, if he kept his robe,
right.
like his hood up and stuff, like he wouldn't look out of place.
You'd have to get up close.
Yeah, you'd have to get close to see. So you guys can continue down the road.
Okay.
All right. So
Do I need to make a perception check just to see what's? Or are you gonna move us?
You shouldn't have seen that roll. Okay, well that's not happening then. Okay. So yeah. So yeah, you guys make it to Lucerne. You're on the outskirts of Lucerne. You can see the kind of like quasi city guard. So like again, to kind of give you an idea of Lucerne, it's a picture like a Middle Eastern style, like white clay, rounded rooftop, like port city, right?
Okay.
Most of the buildings are falling apart at this point. There's huge holes in the walls. This again was controlled by the Tractus for at least 100 years, although they had very little control over the water right next to them. So they basically took the port, but didn't have the navy to really control the archipelago around it. But with the Tractus dead, the kinship and the different tribes have kind of all share ownership of it. So there's like a loose federation of city guard who are just kind of really quasi-vigilantes who kind of all work together just to keep the city safe. There is farmland around, and you can see a lot of the crops are kind of withering. You see, you see plants and like wheats and grasses that should be as tall as a human are like half that height and seem almost kind of sickly. But there's people working it. It's relatively busy. I mean, you don't see that many people to begin with anymore anyway. But it's for a city, it's relatively busy, although it seems weird. Anything that's metal is already rusting, as if it's been out exposed, untended to for a decade. But, it's home. Miko has his tavern here where he runs business. And so you guys can just like walk in through the city gates, although maybe not with the skeleton horse thingy, but you guys are known here. You are, actually, at least half of the guys who, quote unquote, are the city guard because you served with him at the Battle of Yseldrad. You're all, so they're friendly with you. They're not going to ask you too many questions, right? Especially John, who has a reputation here as a pirate from long ago.
Yeah, I can commit small crimes and nobody can do shit.
Yeah, the city guard are loath to mess with John because even though even though your crew has been essentially dead for a long time, right. And just still your reputation of who you used to run with, right, precedes you. So not only do the guards know you guys, kind of respect you as fellow veterans, they also know John has a reputation. They don't feel like fucking with that.
But we probably should not have skeleton horses.
No one's gonna do shit about it.
Hey, what were we promised in terms of reward for Beth?
He's
splitting the reward 50-50. Whatever Miko's going to make, he'll give you half of what he.
Which I also was thinking of that, and so I turned to Adam and John on the side and be like, "Look, let's pretend like we don't have her and figure out what this reward is first, because I don't want to give this girl away."
Well, it's half of whatever he's going to make. Off of.
I thought he was going to sell whatever it was we found.
Yeah, but like this, I mean, do we really know Miko? Do we really trust this guy?
Yeah, how well do we know him?
You served with him in the Battle of Iseldrad. He was actually in your unit with Adam. He's one of the again your essentially your phalanx, or not really your phalanx. You guys were fighting on the river, but like your ship had about 40 people on it. You three and him are the last survivors of it.
Ooh.
Yeah,
So
But he was relatively new. He was not some you guys had served with for like together for about a year in the war. He came in like the last month, right? Like he's actually younger than all three of you.
Yeah, and he's afraid of
In
John.
that battle, okay, can I ask for recollection? In that battle where we were the last survivors, was that towards the end? Like, was that after?
He just said we're the only ones left.
That was right at the end. I mean, you guys. So you guys were fighting in the Battle of Ysildrad, which was literally the last city the kinship had. If that city falls, you guys were completely annihilated. And you'd been under siege for 6 months. So the end happened literally about 30 seconds from another wave of Tractus reinforcements hitting your lines. You all watched them fall dead.
Can I make a mental investigation to maybe he gave away our position?
Nah, there's no way you can know that. Like you guys, your ship was mostly destroyed. You were like with another ship and like all the scattered remnants together of just trying to control the river.
So based on the context.
Yeah, there was no way to know that.
Okay,
yeah, there would be no way to.
I was trying to go off a hunch that maybe this guy was kind of a snake, but if he's not, then he's not.
No, I mean you know him well enough as battle buddies, but he definitely he's from like you knew from the moment like he was brought in as he was definitely ran with one of like the crime syndicates, and so he was captured and kind of press ganged into service, not too different than John's character. So he has a lot of shady contacts. He's not necessarily like this about him. He is not he's not a paladin. He's not like for noble, for justice. He was there because they were gonna fucking execute me on the spot, or I could like fucking die and maybe live on this fucking boat.
Yeah, no, I get that. Okay.
And Mandy was only coming with us until we got to Lucerne, so he's gonna be leaving.
And
yes,
yeah, he's gonna take off after he sees what's gonna happen to Beth. And that's what he said. He said he wants to see what's going to happen to Beth.
Okay, well, that's a little bit of insurance. So we need, hey, Mandy, we need you to get rid of Skeleton Horse before we enter the city, because that's going to look weird.
So do you want, just skeletons? Like, you want a zombie? Oh, man, I can have, I think I got the juice. I can make it fucking fly. Would that be better?
No, I think we just need to carry it in the rest of the way on our own, the loot. And we'll try to make sure that you're concealed as much as possible to avoid too many questions. Because other people here aren't going to be as receptive to you as we were. We trust you. But other people have a lot of prejudices,
It's sad to see that in the state of the world. You think after basically the fucking apocalypse, people will come together and love one another. But it's just really sad. And, it actually really hurts a part of me if I had a soul anymore, which I pretty much don't. So but I get it. You got to take care of yourself. Yeah,
it is sad.
But yeah,
the prejudice is alive and well.
The skeleton horse kind of just dissipates, and you guys can put on the different bags and carry them. You see Mandy or Beth takes out a cloak and puts it over her to kind of hide herself too, so she just looks like a small child traveling with you guys.
Oh yeah, I forgot she was
as opposed
green.
To an Azisa.
I forgot she was small and green.
Yeah, she's basically imagine a halfling that's green. Right, that has greenish skin, bright pink hair, right? Naturally bright pink hair, reptile eyes.
Got it.
Oh, cool. Okay.
All right, so we walk up to the gates casually and wave hi to our
friends. Guards kind of stiffen when they see Venrox. They're like, Venrox, what up, baby? Yeah. And when they see the Lord of Edges, they're they give that kind of begrudging, you're a fucking nerd, but we have to respect you kind of nod.
I give him a nod and flip him off on my.
Yeah. And when John comes through, you see them kind of straighten up a little bit and not make eye contact.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. Guy who is too very, very, very.
Whoa, who's giving me that static?
That's me. Just a second.
Yeah.
Something with my the cord.
He's using the same rolls against.
So you guys are just walking to. All right, so you guys could easily walk through the town. You get to you know exactly where Miko's Tavern is.
All right.
So you come in. Let me do a quick scene change.
Scene change.
Wonder Woman's been in place.
I'll be right back while you do that.
That ain't me.
Not me. I'm not even moving.
It's probably a cat playing with John's mic. The cat's like, I want to fuck up your stream. Yeah.
All right, can you see that?
Yeah, that was cool.
Yes.
All right, so you guys, you come into the bar. Let's just assume Mandy and Beth are with you. Doing a quick scout of the room. You all have seen this place before. There's another half Suiza bard up on the stage singing, right? A very a kind of regional song, so it's a very like Nina Simone, kind of a jam. There's the bouncer who is down there and like right kind of below you guys. He's a Roko just like Miko, another veteran, but he actually signed up to fight. He's one of the few people who's probably fought in as many battles as Adam. But he looks like he survived them through actual skill. He's he's massive in plate armor with a giant fucking claymore, right? There's a little Kenku, really a Corvid, right? Little bird person kind of in the corner drinking their sorrows. And then Miko is there at the bar, behind the bar, just kind of hanging out, right? Like doing his thing. When he sees you, he's like, my friends!
Wait, Miko's
you
not
you're
the
back,
waifu
you're
on the
alive!
stage?
No, the waifu's an entertainer.
That's
The
unfortunate.
waifu's the
I was
bard.
hoping Maiku is the waifu.
No, Miko is the orc behind the bar.
Cool. Got it.
As much as that rhymes, John, no. It's not what's going down.
So you guys can walk right in. You've got Mandy and Beth with you, and Miko's already pouring drinks, and he's very much like, "You're alive! I told you you could do it. I knew you could do it. People didn't believe me that you could do it, but here you are. You could do it. So have a drink. Come on, come to the bar. Come to the bar.
We waltz on
Getting
over,
Getting
I
that
know
cheap
you-
vibes.
I know
give him those high fives, and grab a tankard.
I grabbed several tankards.
Oh yeah, no, he's pouring it out. There's plenty of alcohol for you. He is also like, hey, you guys want some food? Are you hungry? And then and you can tell he already notices the two, Beth and Mandy are kind of hanging back near the door. He's like, your friends need to come eat too. Come. So I take it you have my stuff. Yes, but come eat, drink. Then we talk business. We talk business after you eat.
Okay, well, we'll eat and then we'll
Quickly
talk
eat.
business, I guess. Because I'm hungry.
All right, so you're just gonna eat and drink.
Yes, and be merry.
How much are you drinking each?
I'm drinking one.
I'll drink two. Two
All
drinks.
right. Oh, Tommy's not here. So because Tommy's Irish, I'm assuming he's drinking 3.
Roll a d20.
He just said he
That sounds
grabbed
like-
2 handfuls as soon as he walked up to the bar.
All right, guys. So roll a d6 for each drink you're taking.
Is it 2?
Take one.
I got a 1 and a 2.
2.
You guys are totally fine. Like you got nice. Like it takes the edge off, but you're not drunk or anything.
Can I roll 5d6 for Tom?
Roll 6.
Roll 3d3 or 3d6 for him, please.
10.
5, 1, 4.
He's buzzed. All right. Not totally drunk, but he's buzzed.
Okay.
All right, he's not here, but the
So,
show must go on.
Mandy and
Unless you guys
Beth
wanna
came
actually-
over to us. Does he realize?
No, they're staying by the
No,
door.
we keep him by the door. We don't bring him over. Not just yet.
Okay.
We need to talk about what's.
So do you want to like wait for Tom, or you want to just roll?
No, John has the.
I said wait for Tommy.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, we can wait a minute. Who knows
Yeah,
what
that's
he's doing?
fine. Kid slash.
Anything.
Various dependents.
Yes.
Maybe get another drink,
Who knows?
which I might need to do. Maybe I should just do that right
Do it
now.
now. Yeah, while he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be right back then.
He might be making good on his promise to end up behind me at the door. Trying to come in and give me his coronavirus. I don't care what anybody says. I want to make the jokes.
I'm watching a video where they put sound effects and visual effects to a sumo fight.
Nice.
Great.
So, Tom, I rolled the 3d6 for you to see how drunk you are, and you're just buzzed.
Oh, nice. That's actually accurate.
Yeah. We assumed, because you said you grabbed 2 drinks right away, that you would have had a third.
Son of a bitch, that's a reasonable assumption.
Danny does appear to be a pretty fair DM.
He'll get the ribbon when he can, but he also gives praise when it's due.
He's like, I'm going to assume Tommy's going to take 3 because he left. And I was like, well, he said he grabbed 2 immediately, so.
Did you tell Tommy died?
No, we told him the truth. He's buzzed.
No,
all right, damn it.
You are a fair and equitable DM.
All right, so Miko, you guys have been drinking, and Miko's just kind of like bullshitting, tending to other customers. And then finally you see he kind of like looks around and, just kind of starts staring at Beth and Mandy as they're sitting at their own table, kind of like just trying to like stay out of sight.
Sure.
And you see he looks at the bard up on stage, Miko, and he's just like, cut it. He's like, okay. So what did you get? What did you find? Tell me what you find.
Okay, I look at Miko and I'm like reasonably pissed, but not like in a way that's threatening, but more like I want you to acknowledge that I'm pissed. And I say to him, you didn't tell us it was a little girl, man.
What little girl? I didn't know about a little girl. What are you talking about, a little girl? What little girl? Is that
No,
what? Is that that little one over
cut
there?
The bullshit, Miko. You knew what we.
I didn't know. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I just hear something valuable out there. Fucking go get something valuable. We make money. I make money. Everybody make money.
Yeah.
Roll an insight.
Okay, I'll roll insight, man.
All of us or just Tom?
Just Tom.
Well, I mean, they're part of the conversation, aren't they?
But you're the one actually
talking.
Insight, so that's a 10 plus. So I rolled 12.
You're not entirely sure. He sounds pretty. He sounds like he's on the level, but you don't know. He's like, look, I don't know. Like, I didn't know what was there. So you say you found a little girl. Why would I care about a little girl? I don't need a fucking little girl. Like, what am I going to sell a little girl to? I don't do that.
Growl at him to cut the bullshit and tell us exactly what it was that he knew prior to sending us out there.
Roll intimidation.
Yeah. That's what I wanted.
See, I wanted to roll intimidation. I have.
Oh, God, fucking damn it.
Oh, yeah. He looks at you. He's like, man, come on, my guy. Come on, gay. We're friends.
I'm not your buddy,
you don't
guy.
have to do this to me. No, you're my friend, guy. You're my friend, pal.
Not your
So,
pal.
yeah, he's like, no, I didn't know. So what did you? So you got a little girl. Why would I care about Lou? Is she something special? Bring her over here. Let me see. Is she special?
No,
Okay.
we're not bringing it.
No. Yeah, no. At this point, I'm gonna do a different skill check, and I'm gonna be like, look, dude, we've known each other too long. You had something. You had an ace in the hole here. You sent guys you served with to get a treasure you thought might be valuable in an abandoned Tractus mine that was loaded with people. Come on, you gotta tell us what's going on. And I'm gonna roll persuasion.
Sure.
I rolled a 6. Thank God.
No, you rolled a 1, dog. You rolled a 1, dog.
Natural ones are not modified.
Yeah, you see, his tone completely changes, and his face just drops. Like, he's a real smiley guy, and all of a sudden, he looks exactly the way Rocco typically looked, just pissed off and fucking angry. And he just kind of leans in. He's like, "You don't tell me my fucking business. I do my business, and I do it right. And you know what? Bring them the fuck over. You see he motions to the fucking bouncer who starts walking over to them. And he's like, get them the fuck over here. Get them the fuck over here now. We gonna have a problem? Do you want to have a problem right now? Because we didn't need to have a problem, but you're making it a problem right now.
I mean, I've got an intimidation skill, so I'm willing to roll.
Yeah, no, you're actually roll a charisma save.
You're the goddamn one, bro.
Yeah.
Why are we letting the buzz go? Oh my God.
Yeah.
16.
Okay, so you're not intimidated, but like it would be easy to be scared. But you see the bouncer is going over and is starting to talk to Mandy and Beth, and you see the bouncer immediately takes a step back and has his like claymore ready because when he gets close enough, he sees that Mandy's a fucking skeleton.
All right, I'm pulling out the short sword.
All right, so you guys just drawing weapons. He's like, hey, it's like, what is this? What are you bringing into my place of business?
I said, what did you send us to go find? We only brought back what you sent us to find.
I heard there was treasure. No one told me what it was. I just heard it was treasure. I was prairie dogging another deal. What are you doing? Why? We're friends.
So what is it that you were going to give us for this?
Whatever I cut. I got a buyer lined up for whatever was in there.
How do you have a buyer lined up for nothing?
Well, because I know who's buying and I know who was supposed to run the mission.
Who's buying? Who's the buyer?
You see, he like scans the room and he's like, now, if I tell you this, we're going to be cool. We're not going to have a problem, right?
It depends on who the buyer is.
So he leans over and he looks, he's like, it's a guy named Ludus. You know Ludus?
I don't know. Do I know Ludus?
Yeah, John, you'll know this. Ludus is another pirate. Like he competed with the pirate king Makame, who you actually served under in his fleet. And Makame was like a pirate of like honor. Like he was a pirate, but he mostly fucked with Attractus, right? Like he didn't like really mess with anybody else. And like, he was a pirate, but he had a certain code. Ludus does not, right? Ludus would work with Attractus as much as he worked with anybody else, right? As long as he can make money, that's all Ludus ever cared about.
All right, so I say you're in business with Ludus, and you think that he doesn't know what he sent you to get after by sending us? Really?
Hey, it's not my business to question the buyer, man. Like
so what did Ludus tell you?
1,000 gold.
For what?
For whatever was in. He didn't tell me what. Just whatever was in the cave. So what was in the cave? You tell me.
Multiple things in the cave, and I don't believe he would have wanted necessarily one of them.
Did Ludus tell you why he asked you? Why did he want?
Well, Ludus didn't give this job to me specifically. He gave it to somebody else, and I just gave you guys the contract to go get it before them, and you've got it first. So Ludus is going to buy it because I know he's going to want to buy it.
Who did he give this to?
So we poached it from him.
Yeah, who did we poach
it
from?
Okay, let's be, we guys, we. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all of a sudden poached it. Yeah, we poached it from a crew run by Marcus. You know Marcus?
We, Green Man.
Does John know Marcus?
No, you guys all know Marcus. He was he's a gigas, so he's a giant. He's one of the few who didn't leave with the rest of like the Trondheim people, right? Big war hero. Everyone loved him as a war hero, but since the war ended, he's gotten a reputation as a little bit of like he's trying to carve a fiefdom himself, right? Like he's trying to build his own little kingdom, and he's relatively brutal in his methods.
So you had us poach a job from a giant, a bloodthirsty giant.
Hey, well, you beat him to it. I mean, apparently he didn't walk fucking fast enough, so and he doesn't need to know that, right? Like no one knows.
No, he'll find out.
You don't gotta work fast enough when you can blow up half the bar with a fist.
Hey, well, I'm just
let me tell you one of the things we found in that cave, and then I think that you'll understand better what we're dealing with. One of the things we found in the cave is the thing giving your bouncer so much hesitation over there.
What was that? I can't fucking see. I just see that Tito's angry. Tito looks a little pissed off. He looks like he's ready to kill somebody. That's usually a bad thing.
Hey, Mandy, why don't you and Beth come on over here, and Tito, you stay by the damn door.
So you see Tito like looks and like Miko gives him the like, yeah, it's cool, it's cool. So Mandy and Beth walk over and Mandy takes down the thing and like everyone who's in here is like suddenly just stops what they're doing. The bard is just like staring
Record
as the
scratch.
skeleton just kind of coming. Yeah, loot, drum scratch. Yeah, the music is very drum heavy. There's not a lot of string instruments here. It's very drum heavy, and the drums you just hear the. Yeah. And he's like, "Holy shit!" So there was a necromancer in here. Like, I mean, the necromancers. I mean, they're not rare. I mean, they're not common. You're not gonna like find a necromancer every fucking way. But I don't know why. Like, fucking Ludus has necromancers. Like, I don't know why he would want this one. Like, what is there something special about this one? He looks at him and is like, "Hey, bone guy, is there something special about you?" And you see he's kind of like appalled and hurt. He's like, I really don't feel comfortable in this conversation right now. Like, I just feel like this guy is really like, just like not really respecting my personhood at this moment. And I don't like him. And you see he like looks at you three and he's like, I don't like him.
I pat Mandy reassuringly and be like, I got this, bro. And I look at Miko and I say like, he's a fucking lich. Like,
okay, well,
there's like 6 of them on this like this plane of existence.
Roll a persuasion check.
18.
Oh shit. Okay.
No, actually,
so yeah, he's
16,
pretty like
16. I don't know if that
oh, still good enough. You see, he's like, he's like, okay, so he's a lich. He's a lich. Okay, rare. I get it. So what? You telling me you won't give me the lich? Like, I bet I can get some money for the lich. I bet Ludus paid good money for that lich.
I don't think the lich isn't ours to give. The lich is free.
It's not ours to give, and that's not even the point. Is that with what we found and the thing we're telling you about is the lich? There's no way that Marcus is gonna pay any of us. He's gonna look at us and be like, "Okay, cool," and then gun us down. There's no money splitting happening.
Oh yeah. So if you saw that roll,
I saw it.
So you see that you guys turn around because you hear the music kind of changes and like the drums, there was no music, but the drums suddenly kick up and it's like a super fast like speed metal like and Mandy just goes completely rigid. And you can see like again, he's a skeleton, but there's always an aura of life to him, and all of a sudden that aura is gone, and you see the bard is just staring at him, just drumming constantly, and you're very sure that Mandy is not home anymore at the moment.
I throw my sword at the bard.
All right, roll
my
initiative.
short sword out.
Yeah.
Finesse and light, and I can do that.
All right, roll the attack roll, then roll initiative.
I roll initiative and roll a Miko.
So the attack roll is a 17.
Can I
that's
just
gonna
name
hit
a number instead of actually rolling? Because I think I can come better with that.
Okay.
11.
And then you want me to roll initiative now, or do you want me to do the damage?
Yeah, roll initiative now.
20.
All right, for you guys, there it is. So, John, you're going to go first either way, but roll damage because that bard wasn't expecting it.
Okay. So, just the d6 then, right?
Yeah.
Finally, we get to kill Tom.
3 plus 4 is 7.
7? All right. So you get her right in like the shoulder, right? Your blade just like takes a chunk out of her shoulder pretty good. And let's see if she can maintain her concentration.
Nat 1.
She does not maintain her concentration. You see like her drums almost like fall and her hands can't move anymore. And you see Mandy just like shiver, but he's like back and like completely awake. And let me see what my friends. Okay, that's not so good for you guys. All right. All right, so John, you are, because you rolled nat 20, you are top of the order.
Okay.
So you see that for sure the bard is on Miko's team, and you know the bouncer is going to be.
Yeah.
And then you don't really know what Miko's going to do, but it's your activation.
All right, I'm going to move... Wait, what's this platypus thing down at the bottom?
That is a kenku, or that's a corvid. That's a bird person. And he's kind of just like sitting at the bar, but you see he's staring at all of this very intently.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely paying attention to what's going on.
All right, well, I'm moving over to the bard. I'll pull my cutlass and my whip.
In bird culture, that is considered a dick move.
Yeah. And all
strike with
right.
the cutlass. That's an 11.
Nope. She dodges out of the way of the cutlass.
All right, whip it.
Whip it good.
God
Do
damn.
Nope. And she dodges out. You see that she's incredibly agile, right? Like she's not wearing any armor, but she's incredibly agile and just like and moves away from all of your attacks.
Goddamn Jaskier.
Yep, pretty much. So here comes the Corvid.
Oh, Corbin is fighting.
Oh, screw you, Corbin.
Oh, dang.
Aw. Why don't you attack the other bird guy?
So yeah, he's
What is that?
yeah. The Corvid, he's got a dagger, and he just gets it right into your like right under your chainmail, and you are going to take some damage.
20.
It's a dagger.
Dagger of nat 20s.
Yeah, +3. Jesus Christ, guys.
You take 7 damage, and you are poisoned. As you like, it hits you like right in the stomach, and you can just feel this burning sensation all of a sudden, and it smells like overripe cheese. And you're like, oh shit, that's not good.
All right, well, I guess I'm gonna.
Okay, but really, Venrock's always smells like overripe cheese.
That's also true. All right, it's also Miko's turn now.
Well, he can just move the bar out of the way.
He throws the bar at us.
Did he just force push the
bar? He force pushes the bar.
That would be pretty great, actually, if he did that.
He is the Senate.
I don't know why, so I'm not gonna bother. But anyway, he jumps over the bar, and he's right next to you,
Dirge.
to you, Edgelord, and he is like he's not armed with anything, but he's a fucking Roko. So again, he's like 6'5" and like 280 pounds of pure muscle, and so he's just coming to beat the shit out of you with his fist.
Got the hands.
God dang it.
Does he respect Tom enough to use closed fist, or is he going to use open
Christ in
fist?
heaven.
I'm gonna assume open fist. I'll use protect. I don't know if I can use protection. I'll use protection.
He. You gonna use protection?
Yeah.
He jumped to the other side where you wouldn't be able to do it.
Oh, okay. Then
There's like a wall in the way.
So yeah. Yeah, he jumped over the bar to the other side. He should be north. I just can't get his token to move. But yeah, take a... Okay, he didn't hit you that hard. Luckily, he managed to move, but you take 4 damage, Lord of Edges, as he just starts like punching the shit. He was like, I thought we were fucking friends. Why you gotta make this so fucking complicated?
Because you was a bitch.
Oh, Christ.
All right, and finally, it is Big Man.
I'll have to attack the bird person. Or is it? Or
And he's just running over. He's too far, the bouncer, to get there. All right, so now it is Mandy's turn, and him in here real quick. Hold on, so we can move him.
Oh yeah, where's Beth? Hiding under her table.
Yeah, Beth is always hiding.
It'd be nice if she turned out to be good in a fight. Got any secret talents you know about Beth? It'd be nice for you to show us now.
I am not Joss Whedon. Not every small girl is actually super OP.
Nice.
She can't grow a tree to like cover somebody up or whatever.
All right, there's Mandy. So Mandy's going to disengage to get away from the Kenku. And he really hates that bard. He knew it was the bard who did that to him, so he's going to cast a spell real.
Yeah, kill the bard.
She shrugs it off. He can't get a hold on her, so that failed. And
So
yep. Now we go to Tom. You're up.
All right, y'all gonna laugh, but I don't think, in meta speaking, I don't think Miko had anything. Bard started acting on her own. I have a feeling that she's a plant, so I'm gonna cast Charm Person on Miko, so he stops attacking us.
You do whatever you gotta do, man.
11 plus my Charisma modifier is 14, and the way the spell works is Charm Person. I think he just is charmed. As long as no one attacks, fine. He's just kind of like, oh, cool. Oh, you have to make a Wisdom saving throw.
All right.
No. Oh, wait, no. Oh, yeah. It just makes a Wisdom saving throw, period.
No, he fails. So he is charmed.
That means he thinks the charm creature regards you as a friendly for the next hour.
Okay, so you see his eyes kind of glaze over, and he looks at you. He's like, "Hey, my friend, why are you hurt? Like, what's wrong with you?
And I say,
What's going on?"
And I say to him, Miko, get down into the bar. Stay safe. We'll protect you.
Okay. So he kind of like dives over the bar.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay.
You got a shotgun over there,
yes.
Nico? Pull that shotgun, bro?
The guy served with us. I want to give him a break.
All right. It is Ben Rocks.
Attack the bird person, I guess. He tried to poison me.
Still considered a dick move.
So we get 10, 12.
No, he just like somersaults over your blade. He is little, but he is fast.
We haven't rested yet, right?
Yeah, you have. You've rested. It took you another day to get back. We'll just assume you had a chance to rest.
I used the reroll.
All right.
Oh,
just like you're consistent.
Just like 48.
CP reroll.
No.
Christ.
1 into a 1. There we go. All right. Yeah, he like somersaults over your blade.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. Back to top of the order. It is. Oh, sorry. It's the Bard. So the Bard's obviously fighting you, John, and you see let's see if she gets better at this. She is.
Oh, damn. 15.
Why you gotta let yourself be hit by that waifu's?
Got mesmerized by the waifu bard.
Oh, so she hits you for 6 damage with like a psychic blast, and in your mind you are just you're reliving, like, pick a traumatic moment from your life, and you're just suddenly reliving it over and over and over again for about 10 seconds, or for about 3 seconds, and it's just, it hurts real bad.
I always wanted to relive getting kidnapped from my parents on their ship.
Yep. Yeah, so all of a sudden blood just starts streaming out of your nose, right?
Well, it's time to cut
all
a
right.
bitch.
Okay, top of the order, it's your turn. You can try to cut a bitch.
I'm going to do that right now. All right. The cutlass isn't finesse. Okay.
Yeah, you cannot sneak with the cutlass.
Oh, okay. No, that's a 13.
Nope, not gonna do it. Got the whip though.
Yep, whip it. Nope.
Whip it good. Nope, even lower. Yeah. Yeah, she is just dodging the hell out of the way. All right. It is Kenku's turn.
I feel like this battle needed to go the way the battle on the road went. And the battle on the road could have gone this way, but okay.
Well, you didn't need to get in this battle.
I blame Tom. I blame the buzzed dirt.
I tried to not get us into this, FYI.
You rolled the 2 on intimidation. Or whatever.
Yeah, in the very beginning, before anything happened.
Yes.
All right. Well, the Kenku again comes out with that dagger, but this time you're ready for him, Ben Rock. So you just kind of shield check the dagger away.
So then I'll use my maneuver to repose, and that gives me a free attack. Using one of my superiority dice, and I just add this. If I hit, I add the superiority dice. 11, so 13.
Yeah, that'll get him just on the dot.
Okay, so it's D6 plus 2 plus D8 with the superior.
Oh shit. Okay.
So D6, D8.
Oh shit.
And plus 2, so 16.
All right. So you just we're gonna go with this again. Another a shorter Mortal Kombat. He comes in with the dagger. Yeah, he comes in with the dagger, and not only do you shield check it, like you break his arm shield checking it, and then with your other hand you come in and just decapitate him.
Sick.
Nice.
Fuck
Looks
bird
like it's a chicken dinner. Like at least I got me a chicken
Winner chicken dinner. Yeah. He fucking dead. He hit hard, but he did not have a lot of hit points. All right. So it is Miko is hiding under the table because he's listening to Tom.
Tom, who could have told him to attack people on our behalf, but did not, and told him to hide instead.
No, that's not how the spell works, John. You swashbuckling dumbass.
Wow.
So the giant ass orc charges in, and actually he's gonna go for Mandy.
What? All right, I'll protect.
Oh, there's Mandy. I couldn't see.
Oh,
him.
Mandy's right there. Yeah, Mandy. I need to find a better picture for Mandy because he's hard as shit to see.
The red one blends into everything.
Yeah.
I'm like legit getting like colorblind scares.
I can't protect.
And he completely fucking misses. Like he crushes the table that Mandy is like standing on as Mandy jumps away with his claymore, but he completely misses. All right, so now it is what was the next was Adam. Venrox, you're up.
Wait, what happened to me?
I think Adam's ahead.
I'm ahead. I think I'm ahead of you. I only got the riposte. That's why I went before.
Yeah. He got to use one of his special abilities.
One of my maneuvers. All right, go up and hit the big guy. Or walk up next to him. So we hit.
Nope.
I'll use my stupid lucky.
Again. Better hope you know we're going to fight after this. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
D6
that gets him.
So 8.
8 damage. All right. So he's wearing like full fucking plate, but you still like managed to kind of get in between two joins, and your blade goes in, comes out red. But he's a big ass orc, so but he felt it. He wasn't happy.
I just made him mad. I know.
Yeah. All right. It's Mandy's turn. Or no, sorry, that's not Mandy. It's Lord of Edges.
Yeah. All right. So the bard's been damaged.
Yes. Both of them have been damaged at this point.
Okay, but the bard was like pretty hurt, or
no? They've both taken. The bard is more hurt proportionally. Yes. The bard would be technically closer to death.
I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery, the plate bro.
Okay.
What does that do?
Gives them 1d4 psychic damage
and what?
They have.
Say that again. You broke up, dude.
Oh, sorry. They take 1d4 psychic damage and have disadvantage on their next roll.
Okay.
So let's see if I get it. No. Okay, so was my charisma modifier as a 14?
14? No, does not get through his armor. He looks at you and he's like, I don't fucking care what you think of me.
No, they just take a wisdom save.
Oh, wisdom save. Yeah.
Yeah,
you auto hit.
I auto hit, yeah. Roll. Oh, goddamn.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He doesn't care what you think of him. He's very comfortable with who he is.
That's a wise ass orc.
Yeah. He's essentially like, look, I spend a lot of time like really like looking in the mirror and looking at the good but also the bad and realizing, you know what, it's both that make me who I am. And so if I have flaws, I have to work to rectify them, but I'm comfortable in myself, and I really don't give a fuck what you think about me.
He's a grown ass orc that don't need no man.
Yep, pretty much. He's a strong single orc who just doesn't need anyone else. All right, it's Mandy's turn, who's going to use his move action to disengage.
Afraid of breaking a bone, Mandy?
Yeah. No, and he's going to cast a spell, and seeing as there is a corpse, he's going to. You see the corpse of the Kenku just like desiccate as if it's been in the sun for like 100 years. So all the feathers, all the fleshy, all the soft stuff just is gone. It's basically his just dust in his clothes. But Mandy suddenly like seems like he's larger, like he's not, but seems like, and then a huge blast comes out of him right at that fucking bard.
Don't roll a 1.
Roll a 1.
Don't roll a 1.
Yeah, yes.
Oh no, he hits.
Whew, okay.
3d100 necrotic damage.
3,200.
Oh my god. Like the two extremes.
You are lucky he has brutal on his magic. So yeah, he sends this bolt of energy and it hits the bard, and you see like it hits the bard right in the chest, and the bard just looks like she's suddenly being like, she just starts jerking like uncontrollably, and you see these tiny like thousands upon thousands of tiny little like almost dots appear, like something pushing from under her skin, and she just erupts into a cloud of flies and just drops to the ground.
Excellent.
Can I roll to make Mandy my new patron?
We might, maybe. He's not that strong. Your patron's stronger.
He's a hell of a lot stronger than Dirge.
No, my patron.
All right. She's dead. So we go back to the top of the order, which is our pirate friend.
All right, move over to big dude over there. Gonna kill me some orc.
Let's hunt some orc.
Basically.
God.
20.
Legolas, what do your elf eyes see? Yeah, you hit him.
All right. 2d4. 6.
All right, so you again managed to get a good piece of blood off him. You get him like in like the nape of the neck, where his armor isn't really covering. It's not too deep, but it's deep enough, and you got your offhand.
All right. Come on, whip. That's just 20 or 12.
You don't have any bonuses?
I don't get a bonus with the offhand, right?
Yeah, you do.
If it's finesse, I do.
You get to use your dex and proficiency modifier. You don't get to add your dex to the damage unless you have the 2-weapon fighting style, but you still get your like regular modifiers to the roll.
Oh, okay. So that is a let's see. My dex is +4, so 16.
All right. Yeah, you hit him. And this is sneak attack damage.
So that's let's see, 2d4 then. 6.
6? All right.
Oh,
so
wait,
yeah,
I
you
get,
another.
I get an extra d4 for that. I forgot because I'm level 3. So
D6,
8.
don't you?
No, it's d4.
Yeah. So 8 damage. So yeah, the whip actually gets like right in the eye. Like you just take out an eye from him with the whip.
Damn.
Yeah, and you see he kind of grunts, and he is pissed, but it's actually his turn, so he's going to go after. He's good. Yeah, he's pissed. He's actually, let me roll for that.
Berserk rage.
He does pass his check, so he is smart. Because he knows that it's unwise to try and attack you while he's next to Venrox. So he's going to swing that claymore at Venrox.
What?
Fair enough.
I'll.
Oddly enough, I'm fine with this.
Yeah, he really fucking hits you.
What does he have to plus with?
Huh?
What's his modifier?
+3.
No. Okay. Because I'm. Yeah,
Your AC is an 18, or isn't higher than 18, is it?
No, it's 18.
All right, yeah, he gets you right on the money.
Adam is shutting you behind his manual.
I use my manual to guide to.
I cast Shun.
And he does 13 damage to you as he gets you like just flat in the chest with that claymore.
All right,
Yes.
I'll have to use a superiority dice.
I'm glad that guy didn't swing at me.
I reduce it by D8 plus my dexterity. But I think my dexterity is 0. Oh, no,
Oh, that's pretty good.
So D8 plus 2. So I reduce it by 9.
Oh shit! Okay, so you take 4 damage then.
4 damage.
Wow.
Screw you, big guy.
Hey, look,
Yeah,
he is a tank after all. Look.
Yeah. Yeah, you both are like you literally hear the amount of air being displaced by this fucking claymore and the sound of it crashing against metal, and you like expect to see half of Venrox on the ground, and you see him just kind of sitting there like the blade stuck in his chest, and you're just like, God damn.
He is real. He is real.
Yeah.
It only took an
All right.
adventure and a half, but he's a tank.
All right, it is Venrox's turn actually.
All right, attack back. Nah, that's only it's my strength plus proficiency, right?
Yeah.
So it's 14.
Nope.
Nah, I'm not even trying.
He's wearing plate. Nope.
I know. He has the same as me.
Tanks can take damage. We never say anything about you dealing in here.
All right, it is now Miko is still hiding. So now it is Tame.
What are the odds it takes us an hour to put this guy down and Miko comes out?
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna move to the square, 2 squares above where the orc is. So just basically getting behind the table. And then I'm up one more to the left.
That's where the skeleton bro is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I know. It's hard. It's like possible to see.
Because I'm colorblind. I'm gonna press W because that's what says in Modern Warfare to brace, and then I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast at this motherfucker. And I'm gonna. Oh, I swear to God, please don't. Okay, actually, no, that's not bad. So plus my. It is a 15.
Nope, not enough to get through his armor. It just bounces right off his armor. He's a fucking giant orc in plate. Like,
he's the same as I am.
Then use things that don't attack AC.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Okay, well that's not my fault. Learn your fucking rules.
I'm trying to.
Can we trade party members for Mandy?
Yep. It's here goes Mandy. Maybe Tom could just start playing Mandy. It's fine.
Aw.
Speaking of, Mandy is
When you get TPK'd, but it's only you.
Oh, and he fails his surprisingly fails his Constitution save, and you see the like. I mean, he's a big giant Roko. I mean, like his biceps are the size of like fucking like John's chest, right? But all of a sudden, you see like it looks like he just lost 100 pounds of muscle. Like he's having trouble standing up in his armor, and you see Mandy's just staring at him, and he looks incredibly weak.
Nice.
All right, so John, you're up, top of the order.
All right.
Couldn't do that friggin' before I crossbow.
Cutlass. Nope. Whip.
Yes, the whip will get him.
It's 18.
His AC is lower now.
Oh, okay. So that's going to be the D4 from the whip, and then because I can still do the sneak on him because I'm level 3, so D4.
Isn't sneak attack just a flat D6?
It's 2D6.
It's not the weapon type. Yeah, 2D6.
Yeah. So that's 10.
10 damage? All right, so that whip, like, it really... I mean, you're just, like, you're whooping his ass. I mean, even through the plate mail, you hear the crack of, like, is breaking bone through his armor.
What's that whip made out of? Jesus Christ.
Man, whips hurt. All right. Okay, it's his turn, and he's going to attack Geyser. Or, yeah, he's going to attack... Actually, yeah, he's going to attack the pirate, because honestly it won't matter.
Because I'm the only one doing damage to anybody.
Whatever, dude. I didn't see you kill anybody in one hit.
This is true. You did eviscerate that bird dude.
John, could you check your pirate privilege? Thanks.
No, he misses. He has disadvantage on the roll. He misses terribly. It's like he's having trouble lifting that claymore.
Well, yeah, I lost all his muscle.
And
poor orc.
Yep. And now it is Venrox.
Right.
Hey man, I'm losing my gains, not being able to go to the goddamn gym.
14, 18.
Yep, you hit.
6.
Finally.
What do you mean finally? Bitch, I've been hitting this whole time. 8.
Dude, you
8
had
damage?
to kill the bird
So
guy on a
you
repo.
managed to shove...
Excuse me. Talk to me when you one-shotted someone.
I one-shotted someone.
You're not allowed to talk. You're
I literally one-shotted the first person anybody was attacked in this campaign.
Fair enough. You get that blade right in there. He's still standing, but not by much. Tommy.
All right, nerd. We softened him up for you.
Okay.
Plus.
It's probably not gonna be enough. Probably.
He's so confident.
So it's plus 13.
Nope.
13. Wow.
The 13 is the total, isn't it?
Nope. All right. Moving on. All right, Mandy's turn. Mandy is still holding concentration. You see he kind of like wiggles his fingers and some necrotic energy comes out.
I hate when they wiggle their fingers and necrotic energy comes out.
Mandy, you're rubbing off on him. It's just not working. He can't cast. He can't maintain his spell and also his curse and also cast on that guy.
Dirge,
all right, top of the order.
Dirge, please maintain social distancing from Mandy. Don't infect her.
We're literally both creatures of plague. How dare you?
That's a 12.
All right. 12 won't hit.
Okay. Whip. Come on, Whip. 20. Damn it.
Yeah.
I was hoping for that nat 20.
Meanwhile,
I was going to start calling you Devo.
None of us are getting mad at John because he gets to roll freaking 20 each time he attacks. So he's going to hit with one of them. We're not forgetting how John screws up every first attack.
What are you talking about? I threw my sword in the first attack and did great.
Yeah, he misses again. All right. Venrox, can you get another kill shot?
All right. Let's try this again.
Come on, nat 20.
Nope.
You don't even need a nat 20 him. He's almost dead.
17.
I just think it'd be cooler if he nat 20 them, that's all.
Yeah, that's true.
More cinematic. 8.
Yeah, all right. So he's like having trouble breathing, like standing. You kind of just like, screw it. You go up, you basically just tip him over in his armor, and he's too weak to get up from his armor. He's like a turtle. And you're like almost casually, like, as he's trying to get up, like placing your blade until finally you get it right at the back of his neck, and you just shove down into the, through his neck into the wood below, and just like, oh, all right, well, that's done.
On his back like a turtle. Why you gotta do Mitch McConnell like that?
Yeah. If only. I'd pay a lot of money to be able to just do that to Mitch McConnell.
Don't insult turtles like that.
Yeah. All right. Everyone in there who's loyal to Miko is dead. And Miko is like, what's going on, guys? And he pops his head up and he's like, what the fuck, my friends? My security, what the fuck just happened? Did the fucking bone guy do it? Dirge, like, you're my buddy, man. Like, tell me what's going on here.
Dirge, if you've got this guy charmed, have him sit down so we can tie his ass up.
Yeah, no, so I just look at him and I say, hey, it's okay. Just calm down. We're going to figure this out together. And I've got him charmed, so I get advantage on a persuasion roll, I'm assuming, correct?
Yeah. Yes, you should. I mean, charm, I think he just...
Well,
does what
he just...
No, it's not command.
Oh,
yeah, so roll with advantage.
So I rolled a 14 for the first one, and for the second one, I rolled 7.
Yeah, he totally sits down. He's like, yeah, man, like, yeah, whatever you say. Like, what? But who killed my friends, my coworkers? Although I don't have to pay them anymore, so that's nice. But like, so then payday was tomorrow. But
I asked him like, hey, Meek, how long is that bar?
You totally broke up on me again, dude. I don't know.
Oh, sorry. I asked Miko. I was like, hey, Miko, how long has that bar been working for you?
The bar, she's worked for me for at least 3 months. Like, I mean, she served back. Like, you don't remember her? She served back at Yasildred too. She was always singing songs, keeping us ready to fight, keeping us strong.
But like,
she was good people.
But she was only worked for 3 months.
Yeah, but I mean,
did you tell her to start charming the skeleton?
Well, she know. I mean, she was great at anti-magic. She knows someone coming here with magic. She shut them down if they cause trouble.
But would she do
I gotta protect my fucking bar, man.
But he wasn't doing anything. Would she just do that automatically, or did you?
Well, yeah, insurance, man. Like, I'm not fucking gonna. I mean, like the skeleton guy. Like, I'm not gonna fucking let a lich walk through my bar.
He's charmed. Get the information we want out of him.
Yeah, good point.
Enough small talk. Adam, go lock the door.
All right, I go lock the door.
All right, so I look at you guy. I'm like, all right, did you know who we were going to go?
Yeah, you don't need to roll. He's trying. He's like, no, I swear to God, all I knew is that Ludus paid Marcus a lot of money to go to that place and take what was valuable, and that he was offering 1,000 gold for whatever was in there. That's all I knew. And that's why I sent you, because I figured, like, hey, we all make some easy money, right? Like, I make money, you make money, everybody make money. Isn't that the dream?
And I just kind of muttered myself, bad job, wrong time, wrong place. So I'm like, okay, so I think the problem here is that there's no way we're ever going to get that money, because what we found is too good for that money. It's too good.
There's no such thing as too good for money. Money fixes everything. Maybe we get more money. Do you ever think we get more? We ask for more.
Hey, Miko, you ever heard of vegetables?
Yeah, well, of course. Everyone needs vegetables.
Do you anymore?
Well, I mean, here, yeah, sometimes they're expensive. Like, I usually don't have them. I mean, it's just easier to serve meat because, like, you can find meat anywhere if you know what you're looking for.
What if you could grow vegetables underground?
You'd be fucking rich. You'd own a city. If you could always keep crops growing.
That sounds more valuable than 1,000 gold pieces, doesn't it?
Well, okay, fair. That is a fair point. Like, I yield to that.
Where were you supposed to make the drop with Ludus?
At the docks. He says he's going to roll in with the ship. You know a ship. He's going to roll in with the ship.
I'm assuming.
Yes, Ludus actually controls an old Tractus war barge, which is about like 30 times the size of almost any other tribe ship.
Christ.
And is armed with weapons capable of basically sending a rain of shrapnel down that can shred a ship to pieces.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, think of it this way. It's like an ironclad frigate with shrapnel ordnance in a medieval setting.
Great.
Yeah. You guys have fought these before, and it took literally hundreds of tribe ships to take down one.
When is the meeting supposed to take place?
Tomorrow. He said he'd be back in a couple of nights. You always know when he pulls in. Everyone always knows when he pulls in. And so he'd be here in a couple of days.
Yeah, except here's my question. And I kind of turn to John and Adam's characters. I'm like, there's no reason we need to go to this. We can take Manny and the girl somewhere else. There's no reason we need to go pick a fight.
Does Ludus know, pirates. Mikos, does Ludus know that you sent people? Does he know you sent us?
I mean, maybe Ludus knows a lot of things. I mean, I didn't tell him. I just heard about this and like I said, I just tried to bird dog this deal. That's all I was trying to do. Right? I was trying to set us up.
So if he knew, if he found out, then other people probably found out. Other people would probably know that we went.
Well, I mean, I've seen as I got a fucking bunch of dead bodies here right now. I think people are going to find out.
Can I search the bard with investigation?
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. Now watch. I'm rolling at 20. No, okay. I rolled a 13.
And she's got like a couple minor spell books on her. Nothing that like seems all that interesting to you. She has her drum kit. She has like a silver dagger, which is nice, but it's nothing, particularly special.
I take the spell books and silver dagger. Silver dagger.
I'll check the Birdman's clothes, I guess. That's all would be left.
Who are you checking?
The Birdman.
He's got like different like assassins, poisons, and things like that, and a couple of daggers on him.
Is there an antidote? Because I'm still poisoned. I just realized.
Yeah, there is. It looks something you could probably tell. It's neatly labeled. Drink this if you accidentally cut yourself.
So clumsy assassin.
What a nice assassin.
Yeah.
So gentlemanly.
Hey, those COVID.
Yeah, you feel better. You feel better. It never came up, but you feel better. All right, so Miko's like, so what are we gonna? I mean, so did you fucking kill my friends? Is this what happened? Are you trying to fuck me?
We just got here.
Yeah, he's charmed, so he's like, oh, okay, so the fucking Bone Man did it then. So you gotta fucking kill this Bone Man. Why are you hanging out with him? And Mandy kind of cuts in like, hey guys, I'm just saying real quick, like, I appreciate the assist. And I think this only further cements that we should be in business together, and we should just move on.
I think we're at this point, either way.
We should hop on our ship and get out of here as fast as possible.
Is your ship in the docks?
It should be.
Yeah, this is where we docked our ship.
Yeah, we gotta take off.
Yeah, and Lucas doesn't get here tomorrow, so we
Earliest is tomorrow, is what Miko said. So we got to off Mikos and get going.
Hey, what are you going to do for me? Like, what are we doing for friends?
No.
Why are you going to do it like this? I've literally saved all of your lives.
You did not.
He has. In the course of battle, he has saved all of your lives. To be fair, you've saved his life several times, right? Like, you fought together.
I feel like what's his name already knows, because if anybody else was going after it, they would have been at the rooms already and seen that someone was there before.
Yeah, whoever it is going to be hot on our trails. I mean, there's already Snake Lady after us.
God.
What? You got a Ulysses after you guys now?
Snake Lady.
Oh, that's bad.
Shut up, Migos.
I mean, we're friends. I'm just saying. Like, I thought we were friends here, guys. I'm just saying, you do a favor for me, I do a favor for you, right? Like, I just say you never came in, and like.
Are we done talking to him?
We're done talking to him.
Knock him out.
I give him 20 gold.
What?
For what?
Damages.
What?
Okay.
I punched Dirge for being an idiot.
I make it a point of, like, here's 20 gold, but like I'm doing something nice for you, but also we're letting you live, so we're also doing.
I put my sword to his throat and tell him you better.
We're also saving your life because there was no way Ludus was going to let anybody find out about what we found and live.
Yep.
Well, okay. Well, I'm going to be honest. I'm confused. I'm angry. I'm more than a little bit scared, and I'm in mourning because like several of my friends are dead here.
Well, hey, that's the thing. What I want to tell you is, because he's still trying. Those people were not your friends. Mm-hmm. They were working for Ludus. Just trust me.
You see him like kind of like, oh well, like me and Ricky. He points to like the fucking the now decapitated orc is like he's my cousin. Like I don't.
I just rolled a 20 on persuasion.
Yeah, no, he's like, oh, wow. Well, I mean, I guess you really can't trust anybody these days. Like, family don't mean anything anymore,
But you can trust us, and trust me when I say that you're going to be good with us as long as you never mention us at all. If you mention us, we're going to bring the Skeleton Man back, and he's going to have some words.
You see, Mandy like looks around. He's like, it's like, I'm really working on myself and not being overly aggressive. But he's right. Like, if I have to come back here, I'm just gonna strip your soul out of your body. Okay.
And I go like this. The gesturing hands once again.
Mikos, why don't you grab the three of us another tankard of ale while we discuss something?
He's like, oh yeah. You see, he starts pouring he gets some food out. It's like hummus, falafel, shit like that.
Wonderful.
And you guys, you get a table. I mean, there's all these bodies. You see him just kind of like, he kind of like almost like just like his shoulders drop. He gets out like a bucket and a mop and starts cleaning up the blood, right? Like.
And no one to help.
Yeah, and a couple of patrons come in, see the scene, and just like immediately what is it, the Grandpa Simpson gif, just go on right on out.
Yeah, just go no.
Yep.
Just leave.
All right, so you guys can sit, and you got this giant, actually decent sized bar to yourself.
All right, so I think the plan should be we get Mandy and Beth down onto the ship as soon as possible and get out of here before Ludus shows up.
I guess Mandy's hiring us.
Hey, I'm just saying, I mean, I've been alive a long time. I know some things. I mean, I can also steal the memories out of fucking people's minds and shit and bodies and things. So I know where we can get some good money on the way if you want to follow my business plan. And like I said, I've got a detailed business plan with, again, the growth on this fucker, 500 years down the line is just insane. I mean, just skyrockets up and up and up. So, you want to follow my business plan, that I'd appreciate it. But if you just want to get me and Beth the fuck out of here, that's also good. I'll settle for that at this point. Just seems like everybody wants a fucking lich these days, and I'm not really comfortable with that.
I think the first part of the plan is to get us down to the docks and onto the boat and out of here, and then we'll figure it out from there once we're safely out at sea.
Agreed.
Sounds good.
Okay, so you guys finish up your food and you're just going to take off?
Search. Well, I want to. Oh, we already searched the bard, right?
Yeah.
We searched the bard. We
And
searched the assassin.
Okay.
Did we search the orc dude?
I mean, I don't really want to search the dude's cousin in front of him. Do you?
I mean, I've got charm still, so I could be like, it's okay.
I don't.
We're trying to see if we can help him.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm doing a burying spell, so his soul will go to a good place.
Sure, I'll search him with investigation.
All
I
right.
pretend to do a burying spell.
What kind of armor is he wearing? Plate?
Plate
Wait,
Plate.
that's 9.
9. Yeah, you don't. I mean, he's like the shit you would take to work, right? Like, there's nothing all that important.
I think I can take the plate.
I rolled a 19 for investigation.
Yeah, no, it's he has nothing special on him. He has nothing hidden.
He's literally just a bouncer in plate armor.
Yep.
Wonderful.
This is under investigation, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, just 17.
Yeah. No. He has nothing special.
Because I have chainmail. I think plate.
You would have to take this to an armorer to get it to fit you.
Yeah, 'cause
He's
you're not
like,
at work.
yeah, he's like a foot taller than you and at least 2 feet wider at the shoulder. So there's no way you could actually use
I
his
can
armor
make the
without.
dress fit.
Yeah, you would have to take it to a blacksmith and have it reforged.
You were the
His
worst.
image is like 64 by 65 pixels, like
Yeah.
35 by 30.
Yeah.
Can we carry it with us, or is it too heavy?
No, you can carry it. I mean, you can strip him and just load it up into your bags. I mean, you got all that other shit too.
We just tell Mikos that we're going to get it fixed for him and just never come back.
Okay, Mr. Grinch.
I mean, you're in a major city. You could stop at a blacksmith. You also have all this gear to sell, so you're gonna have to do that.
Let's take this shit out.
Yeah.
Let's go sell it and get to our ship as fast as possible.
I need that plate mail.
Yeah.
Give me that plate mail.
All right, so so you're gonna go visit the blacksmith.
Well,
See,
we-
So
need to
I'll
sell our
just
stuff.
for speed purposes, if you go to the blacksmith, you could sell it. It would take a week to reforge the armor.
Oh yeah, we're not doing that now. We don't have a week.
So you could sell the plate mail for an extra 100 gold, or you could just keep it and hope you find a blacksmith somewhere where you have the time to get it resized.
We could just leave it on the ship for now.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, we'll sell the rest of the crap.
Yeah, we'll keep the
All
plate mail and have it on the ship.
So with all the things you've looted, you've got that's basically 50 gold each, right? So you do have the vegetables too, which you could sell for 500 total,
Jesus Christ.
or you could keep them.
I think we need to keep them to eat because I don't know if Beth's gonna be able to grow more on the ship. Hey,
I don't mind eating gold.
ask Mandy if Beth can grow vegetables on our ship.
So, Mandy's like looks at her and Beth. You see her was like, I can fucking hear you,
She doesn't
Like
want
you
to
just
talk to
ask
us.
me.
She didn't
Well,
talk to us.
you see that like after everything, it's like you didn't fuck us. So I'm inclined to speak to you now.
Oh, okay. So would you
Okay.
be able to grow us food on the ship, or should we keep this stuff for while we're on the ship?
If you got dirt, I can grow something.
Okay, do we have dirt?
You can just go pick up dirt and put it on your ship. Yes.
Okay, so let's sell that shit for money, and let's pick up
Like
some dirt.
monkeys.
Yeah, we'll see when we keep some seeds. Yeah, and so yeah, you get dirt at sell. So you guys have 500 golds in the communal pot, and then 50 gold each, essentially.
All right.
And yeah, and you've got like a couple big bags of dirt you just collected from wherever, and you can go to your ship.
Okay, let's.
What is the name of your ship, by the way? You never told me.
Salty semen? Is that what we're going to call it?
I thought it was something like that.
The buckling squash.
All right, the ship TBD. I was gonna call this ship TBD.
Oh yeah, the Dowager. Ooh, the Dowager.
I thought
what?
the ship's name was ASMR.
Yeah, the ship ASMR.
We'll just name it that.
Yeah. So you're on the good ship ASMR, and so it's good to go. It's fully, it's stocked for, you got probably, without counting what Aziza could do, what Beth could do, you've got 2 weeks supplies of like hardtack and shit you could eat to sail out, fresh water, all that kind of good stuff. So you guys got to decide where you're going to go.
Closest friendly port that I know.
There's more than a few. I mean, there's how big? You want a major city? You want like a pirate cove you can hide out in, like basically a pirate village.
I would assume some place where like the people are more inclined to like help John out than help like
Ludus.
Ludus or Marcus.
The problem is, if any place that would help John would definitely help them.
Yeah.
Are there any?
What's your point?
I think we should. Well, Ludus would expect us to go if he finds out about us. Isn't going to expect us to go someplace populated. He's going to expect us to go someplace and hide.
So where do you want to go? I mean, Mandy cuts in. He's like, we could just go to the Tractus lands up north. And I'm just saying, you haven't said no to the business plan. I haven't heard a firm no yet. So I'm just saying, and I mean, you got Beth. I mean, we got, I know you guys need food and we got Beth, so we're going to have food. I mean, I'm even open to negotiate. I mean, who's to say you can't have a society that's, mostly undead thralls and then some people? Right? Like, we can maybe try that. Like, that could be an experiment. I mean, I hadn't planned for that, but I feel like, in different places, like, when you think outside the box, that's when you get real growth. You know what I mean? That's when you get, that's when you open new markets.
I feel like I'm in a corporate meeting.
I feel like I'm back to buy time.
This is the wrong roleplay I'm looking for.
This is not the roleplay you were looking for.
Yeah.
I'm in the wrong hotel conference right now.
Yeah.
Well, I think for now, let's go to one of the ports, and we can see if we can find a place where you can get your plate mail made, and then we can discuss our strategy from there. So, all right.
So of a small, like towards the southern end of the ATO archipelago, which is right to the west of Lucerne. You do know of it's basically a small seaside village, but it has all the amenities. It has a ship, shipbuilders, blacksmiths, and pirates have been running in and out of there for centuries, basically to rearm, refit. Everything there is discretion is a prize above all else. So no one talks about what they do, who they do it for. So it's a good place where you could get supplies and get everything you need that would be friendly to John.
All right. Well, I think we should go there.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So we'll scene here as you guys set sail, right? Catch the breeze and head off to your to try and get fucking Adam some plate mail, I guess.
Yeah.
Figure out what you're gonna do now that you basically stolen the prize of one of the great pirate kings left in the world.
Yeah. You know what? I'm fine with this.
We're off to find the One Piece.
Damn it!
Yeah, now we're suddenly turning into One Piece. Look at that.
Hey, one of my things is that I hold a grudge against all the people who like all the pirates.
Now, see, there you
go. For taking me when I was a kid.
To the lad. Oh, there you go. Now you can get your revenge.
Yes, and I've also felt cheated out of my fair share of the profits before, so
that's your time to get your fucking money.
That I want to make sure that I got the right amount of money for this girl.
Yep.
Get that paper.
Because I haven't said that I'm not willing to sell her. I just didn't want to sell her to Ludus. Because $1,000 was going to get us killed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, if you're going to sell someone into some kind of quasi-slavery, you better make real money.
Yeah, especially if the person can literally make food out of nothing in a place that you can't get food.
Yep. All right, well, there you go. So, if anyone's still listening at this point, thanks for listening or watching us derp along.
It was fun. I had fun. Hope you had fun.
I always have fun.
A good time. Again, if you're seeking the best voice actors in the business and the highest production you can get, don't fucking be here. I mean,
that
I don't
ain't
know
this.
why you would be here.
This is just 4 guys having fun on quarantine.
Yep, pretty much.
Or wait till my wife is gone where I can and without abandon.
Nah.
Yeah. That's one of the advantages of being outside.
Yeah.
Here of I can just be loud as I want.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.